All right, let us party. Whoop. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me zoom out. There we go. How's it going, everybody? How's it going? And upgrade your new credit card. That's fine. Amazon has a real fucking silly. What do you call a 40-week bodybuilding program pregnant? I guess you're not wrong. Fair point. Good puns. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me say hello to all the I see Jay on YouTube, and let me see all the people on Twitch. Hello, Steve. Congratulations on your first. Hello, Jay. Hello, Moss. Hello. Yeah, you got to really camp out to get that first. Hello, nobody. Hello, ours. Hello, Chieftain. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Shark Ray. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, the Cerberus Oni and Yayuri. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And hello, Burrito. How you doing? Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, that guy on YouTube is funny, says someone who's definitely like. Then again, it says not Jamesian, so like I have to assume who would lie on the internet. It's also adding your friend just to say bitch is really funny. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is a terrain painting stream because, like, you know, it's 2.5 hours of painting. This would be probably the most constructive use. I gotta get these brownies done, or else I'm not gonna win on the county fair, I guess. But also, I've been working on some other minis. Today's been a very productive, crafty day. Not as productive as yesterday. Also, check this out. This is gonna be the sorcerer I do for. Let me see. I usually don't keep the camera this far out. Maybe I should. I don't know. But yeah, this is what the sorcerer is gonna look like for probably next Wednesday, maybe. I need to do a couple of other upgrades. But we got some like headless dudes praying to a split, horrible twin Rova-esque lady coming out of a upside down cross. You know, metal as shit. It's so heavy, I had to put a fucking washer on the bottom, which I won't show because it's really reflective. But I had to put a washer there so it could even stand up. How you doing, Saiyan Pig? And hello, Cole. Welcome up. Hold on. Oh, God damn it. There we go. There we go. But yeah, hopefully you guys have had a good time. I have been, like I said, I've been doing nothing but really terrain stuff today. Which is fun because it's like, it's weird. I like watching VTubers, but sometimes I'll just forget that I can watch VTubers. And I was like, oh yeah, I got to do some terrain stuff today. So I was gluing a lot of things. Eat one of those. No, I have to take that to the shop. It does look crunchy and delicious. I will absolutely give you that. All these look super duper good. Yeah, so basically these are pretty close. The little metal grates could use a bit more work. Like everything has been spray painted brown, and I did a little bit of like a really shitty dry brush just to make that like more metal. But by the same token, it doesn't look super. What's it called? What's really the best way to say that? It could just like use a bit more color variation. I'm gonna take this big old brush. I'm just gonna kind of mush in some rust. There's already a bit of brown rust on there, so I'm not gonna go that far. How you doing, No Mercy, Mike? I've been doing good. I've been watching VTubers today, which is fun because I don't do that as much these days. I got a lot of terrain. I got my what's it called? Oh god damn it, we got an ad already. Fuck off, Twitch. Fine, it's Daijobu, I guess. I have to be careful because this is Sculptamold, so it's like reasonably sturdy. But if I give too much pressure, it will just remove. Or, yeah, there we go. The orange rust is definitely going to bring out some more color variation, which is nice. All right, we're back from ads. Yippee! Let's go, let's go. I also did finish my my Dornian Heresy Plague Marine. My Blood Angel Plague Marine. So he's doing good. I got the glowy energy claws looking pretty good. So. It's been good. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I did look at that a little bit. I was like, Squid was like, yo, how do you want to battle forces? And I was like, ooh, tempting. Nothing. Basically, I think there's some years where like I have covered this in Mod Podge and still a little bendy. But like, there's some years where it's like, ooh, this like works. Like either it's like, oh, I don't really need this faction, or it's like, I think for some of the maggot kid was like, oh yeah, I have all these. I basically have everything I could possibly need from this. Everyone's just called each other bitch. Which I don't know. I know you guys are doing it as a jest, so I'm not super worried. Yeah, we're trying to I've been showing off some of this terrain to my Trench Crusade group, and they've been pretty excited, so I want to get this wrapped up. And then I guess do I got varnish? I think I got varnish somewhere, hopefully. I have satin varnish, but I want this to be matte so it's less like there's a lot of shininess. If you wonder why everything's so shiny, it's because I basically went to Home Depot and bought like a really cheap I bought like a really cheap paint for this. And the problem with the very cheap paint is that basically most cheap paint is satin or gloss. And gloss is a bit much. Satin is still a bit shinier than I would ideally like. But it's not the worst. I don't really have usually for when I do like my metal armor and stuff, I do have a plan. This is very much going to be scattershot. We got multiple stacks of brownies. I need to just move them in. I've also been working on the mechanized armor dude. Is really, which he's been going pretty good. God, I know. I've legitimately the entire time I've been working on this project, I'm like, I could use a cake. That seems to be a pretty common thing for like wanting to play as a TRPG. I think there's like, I mean, on one hand, it is I think this is something maybe I didn't sell super hard when I did the campaign, when I showed you everyone how to play yesterday. It is a campaign-based war game. Like, I actually do think, I mean, I guess if you only want to control a single character, which to be fair, that might be true. But if it's like just a matter of just like telling some stories and stuff in there, I think the campaign system is better for that than you would realize. But yeah, what would I recommend for this? Dark Heresy might not be a bad choice, or only a war maybe in particular. What's another RPG? Should get a cake. Oh, you are absolutely correct. Red velvet cake is delicious. There's some extended adopted family members who make a really bitchin' red velvet cake, but I have not been able to visit them in years. It's weird. I don't know. Like, one side of my family I just don't see a whole lot these days. The other one I see kind of like during holidays and stuff like that. I guess that's just kind of how it works out sometimes. And play tactically. That's fair. You know, that's understandable. I mean, I like cheesecake. I don't consider cheesecake cake, which I know you're like, how it's got cake in the name. For me, it's a functionally different experience. Like it's like in the same way that tomatoes are fruits, but like they're a whole different thing. That's how you doing, Thunder Crusher, and game's not so good. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm working on some rust effects for these fucking metal grates on this bad boy. Yeah, honestly, cheesecake is closer to a pie. I love it. I love cheesecake to pieces. If once again, if I was told between red velvet cake and cheesecake, I would go for cheesecake. But at the same token, it's not cake in my brain. Yeah, it varies. Yeah, I think for me, it's like there was always like my family are located in two very specific sections of the world, or the U.S. I guess. How you doing, Black Rose? Welcome. And like one of them has more of them and it's easier to go to and there's like stuff to do there. And the other one, like, it's weird. I know some people like travel specifically to visit family, but like these are like family members I'm not super close to, like anyway. So it's a bit of a distance. It's like I would have to go exclusively to visit them, which would be a big deal. And then also once I'm there, I'm kind of trapped into, because like I grew up in a small town and I guess sometimes I miss it. It's weird. I don't particularly miss it, but there is like one of the game stores I go to now is a drive through a small town. And there is like something kind of cozy and nostalgic about driving through one. I'm like, oh, this is a mood. I remember stuff like this. But like I don't have the strongest urge to go back, especially because I lived in one of those like not, I'm trying to think the best way to say that. The town I grew up in was a test. That if you passed the test, you left, and if you failed, you stayed. So I passed. I think most of the people who are in my the people that I enjoyed being with, pass as well. So the people who are there, I'm like I have some family members there, but like they got comfy there, and I do not. Desert. Yeah, no, that's fair too. I think a desert would be even an upgrade considered a small town I grew up in. I mean, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, Matthew. And like the thing is, it's not the end of your life. Like, I think you only really get stuck in a small town if you have kids there, which I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you have a fuckload of kids. Also, New York City is not like, listen, no, hold on. Let's back the fuck up. Let's back the fuck up. I understand getting stuck in New York is like an expensive thing and it's hard to do. I need you to understand that, like, I grew up in a town with fucking nothing. So it is a whole different experience. Yeah, exactly, Shark, exactly. But yeah, also, how you doing, Conrail? Eats children, based. How you doing? Also, there's like little wood stakes. I'm just gonna definitely have to fix up later. Yeah, I kind of understand people who are like, yo, I don't want to live in California or New York, but it's too expensive to leave. I do get that. Because, like, you know, you do kind of have, like, oh, this is just going to be, like, huge drains of my money forever. Ah, so Conrail, thank you for the stop thinking. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, that's a little different then. I guess just because where I grew up, my brain just associates New York with like New York, like the big city, the Big Apple. Well, that's fair. Once again, though, you got your whole life ahead. I do think honestly the real test is like, do you like that was the thing, like the Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, like do you give up, or do you give up like a dog, or do you fight? Yeah, but I do understand their money. The thing is, like the place, like I'm willing to give like benefit of the doubt to various situations, but what I mean is, like, my small town that I grew up in, there was not a financial incentive to leave. It was very easy to leave, actually, because you would get more money by leaving, because nothing, like, it was one of those places that gets like a plant, like a power, not like a power plant, like a car plant. And then that basically supported the entire town. And then one day, I think it was actually during like do you guys remember the 2008 financial crisis? Yay. So the fucking plant fell during that financial crisis where I grew up. And because of that, oh god, yeah, I started driving when there was like fucking $4 gas. I was a high schooler during $4 gas. That sucked. I had McDonald's money and I had to drive to McDonald's to work at McDonald's to pay the money so I could drive to McDonald's. About the only thing I got out of that arrangement was like a McChicken every now and then. It fucking sucked. But yeah, no, yeah, exactly. My town, once that died, there was nothing there. Like, there was, people still live there, and like there was a town, but like at that point it was a slow death. I haven't been there in a decade though. Actually, even older than a decade. I have not been back there 16 years. Oh boy, yeah, that sounds about right. It's been so long I had to do the mental math. I'm self-admittedly, I'm 34. I will be 35 this next upcoming year. Yay, old age, let's go. You lost to a project, a crisis in the shop. Yeah, it's like that. It's like stuff like that is kind of rough. Also, what is that? I think that's a hair in there, but it's like some sort of like fire, whatever. Help me by a year. Hey, let's go. I'm definitely not the oldest, because I think Jay easily has that crown, but there's generally, I think generally my audience skews older. I think the like the Gen Alphas are like going to the VTubers with a lot of like big energetic blasting noises and screams and whatnot, and the TTS and everything. It reminds me of 9/11 Democrats. That's like, I guess I could see that. I don't think of Democrats when I think of New York, but I do. Not that I think of 9/11 a lot, but like, yeah, it's kind of like intrinsically linked to that city. You're Gen X. Oh, I'm definitely millennial. You're older than I am, for sure. You're surrounded by old men. Yeah, good. Welcome to the old man club. This is we're all here in this YMCA locker room. Despite the fact that we have towels, none of us will wear them. We'll actually have. That was something that, like, growing up, I do remember going to like a YMCA or something like that, and there's just like two old guys, has a towel around the shoulders, covering nothing, just like balls like dragging onto the bench, and they're just like having a good little chat. And like on one part of that, I was like, Like, why would you do that? Like, what leads someone to do that? And like, not that I fully am in that mindset, but as an older man, it's the idea of like, oh, you just don't give a shit at a certain point. You're like, oh, someone's gonna see my donger. Who gives a fuck? I guess you could. I guess. I'm 22. Is that old? God, no. You are a fucking child. You are a baby, which is fine. The only ages that I do not allow are if you are under 18, I do not want you here. I do not want you here. We are just incompatible people. I also am not being paid to babysit. Listen, I looked it up. Babysitting is what, like $22 an hour? No, Jay, don't do that. I mean, I'm not gonna be afraid. That's like, there are some like weird auto mod things they'll sometimes trigger. I've seen a lot of people be like, yo, I'm 12 and what is this, and get banned. It's something that I would not recommend doing even as a joke. I know it's fun because it's a fun joke to do on the internet. I am just warning you in case someone does not and strikes you with the angry fist of God. We're at the point though that Gen Z is like 25 or whatever, so like it's whatever. We got the chair the wrong way, now our backs are. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a mood. All right, got these, and let's shift them over to the side. So now what I'm gonna do, I am going to use silver, and I'm going to dry brush the sides again, and then we'll get the wood. And then I'll be doing these next. My goal is to get, these are my major goal tonight, but check this out. I added little crosses. I made a little, it's very kind of bleh, but I made like a little cross, little stencil, and I spray painted it. So all my little bunkers got little red crosses on it. They do look like olives stuff. Local man reinvents all, like a defensive way. Yeah, I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. So terrain making stuff, terrain making videos are like one of my comfort videos, so I tend to watch those kinds of things a lot. But I am still very new to doing like terrain. Use a different, slightly smaller dry brush for this. My comfort videos are weird. I did the so I was working on a bunch of stuff today, and like before I was watching VTubers, which I eventually switched to, but prior to that, something that I every now and then watch. Do you guys remember the guy that did the like 4-hour-long video on how invisible walls work in Super Mario 64? I put that shit on. I was like, all right, autism man, bring me to total relaxation while I work on my projects. And it totally worked. It was great. Yeah, I think the bunker, I don't think these are going to get much griming, but the bunkers I probably will hit with some sort. There we go. I'm trying to get like that right ratio of there we go. It's a little hard to tell, but basically it's now making it so that these catch the light a bit better. Okay, so yeah, these definitely look a bit more like, okay, these are not blended, because like I think when I was doing the tutorial yesterday, they were very much blending in. Or ASMR people, do they do that? Like the thing is, I associate Warhammer with loud noises, so I don't know it like ooh, ASMR fires bolter rounds for 10 hours. And it's just like every time a bolter has been fired in a video game, just played in a list for a long time. Like I'm sure somebody's like, relaxing. The Xenos are dying. This is excellent. The dungeons and lasers. I feel like that sounds familiar. I think I might have seen that recommended on Goonhammer a little bit, maybe, or something similar-ish. There's a lot of good pre-made terrain out there. For me, the thing in particular is that like I needed what's it called? We needed trenches. You could easily run Trench Crusade without trenches. Like, you know, you could do like a lot. Effectively, a Mordheim table would go very, very well with Trench Crusade. However, I do think having some trenches does really kind of suit the mood. Oh yeah, video essays are pretty good too. Mine are, I don't know. A lot of Mandalore videos. I still kind of really like Mandalore and like Red Letter Media are sort of my two big ones. I used to watch a couple more Seth videos, Seth Zintouch, but like there was like a change in him that just sort of made everything. I think it's just because he just kept he made it a job and then would just specifically kind of do a lot of shorter, like more ironic, less like I got the implication that the guy was edgy, but he did genuinely care about a lot of games he was reviewing. But then it kind of turned to like, fuck it, we're doing lol, we're doing a League of Legends video, haha. NordVPN. I'm like, oh god damn it, this is not what I want. Yeah, the Cabela videos look fucking wild because I would have never played a Cabela's game. So like that, like hearing that those go fucking apeshit was like, ooh. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard of like Dwarforge in particular too. How's how you doing, Coselex? How you doing? Exterminaz ASMR. I feel like you could probably do that. Just like find some video of like a planet getting like exploded and just kind of sit that on play loop. Got one. We're gonna continue to do the other ones. It's because like it's weird because like I don't know. I remember seeing those in game stores, but I never gave them a second thought because like I don't like hunting games. I probably still wouldn't. I think those are more fun videos to like look at. How you doing, Troglodyte? How you doing? Welcome. I am applying some terrain junk. I might be getting some of the brown with some of this metal, but likely what I'm going to do for that is I'll probably just notice that when I play, and then I'll just touch that up. Yeah, so yeah, forest would be pretty good as well. I could see that. I mean, really, I do think actually the setting gives for you a lot of terrain. I just do think we want some trenches. So I set it upon myself to make trenches. Someone else was like, I'm going to make a bunch of modular buildings. It's like, there was a really cool fight I saw where players were fighting inside of a 2-story building. And it was really, really neat. And then I played on the same map, and then my guys ended up with a very superior position because I got some lucky rolls. The game is like I don't think the scenarios can be a bit swingy. Like if it's like one of those things that like if a lot of your models start dying, there's not much you can really do. And I got some banging rolls for that. Yeah, also yeah, a forest thing would be pretty nice. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know how much terrain I want to do because I have infinite mini projects, but I have seen a couple of good videos for how to do like modular trees and stuff. That wouldn't be bad. I'd potentially be down for that. This one already? I think so. There we go. I'm basically doing like a shine test. Can I like put this up to the camera and do I see like a metallic sheen? And if I do, we're ready to party. But yeah, like that would be cool. I also want to do a fucking like, what's it called? I want to do a pit full of skinned people as a dangerous terrain thing. Like effectively, like I think in like the Night Lords books, they talked about like the idea that they would just make these big skinning pits. I'm like, I bet heretics would do that too. Just like effectively just make like a circle and just put like I got some like you know those guys I 3D printed that are just like wailing and crawling. I think if I took those dudes and I like really sliced them up, just like cut them into bits and just put them in there. Chaos Marauder Fort for a siege game. Oh, you should. Honestly, it's because like the thing is the hobby, because it's so mini focused, it feels like, you know, it feels good to get minis painted. I do think digging in to do more terrain stuff. Oh yeah, like also forests are kind of tricky for like bigger games for like Warhammer, and like even like War Machine had some troubles because like yeah, there's only so much space in the forest, but like if you have like pretty spread out forest where you could just put like a couple of dudes in there, that could be really nice because you get terrain that is both like obscuring but also could like slow you down. So you could do like little cover fights in the trees. I think that would be neat. I think that would potentially be very, very neat. Getting this. Also, I have to say too, guys, like, hey, if you're ever like if you want to paint but you're feeling stressed, this is the easiest shit. This is so relaxing. Like I'm just dry brushing. It's just like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna dry brush. You get that kind of mechanical build feel like when you're putting together some minis. Just like, oh yeah, that's my shit. That's my shit. Because I've been laying down. I've also been realizing too that like it's weird. I've been reevaluating some of the mini things I've been doing. I was like, I mean, I still like building towards armies and stuff. I have been enjoying that, but I was like, what do I really enjoy when I see other people's minis on stuff? And I'm like, oh, kit bashes. I'm like, but I also like kit bashing, so I should definitely lean more into that, like future. Like I think some of the army stuff I've been doing is pretty good. Also, these little bits are Mod Podge, where they kind of make really cool bullet holes on accident. How you doing, Onyxrios? It's going good. I'm working on some trenches for Trench Crusade. Effectively, I had built these off stream, and I got like a decent chunk done. But I was like, I'm gonna get them wrapped up. This is using corrugated paper that I've covered in Mod Podge, and I've dried brushed some. I guess this was the rust was stippled, and then I did some dry brushing of this silver just to make it pop out a little bit more. It's going really good, actually. But yeah, I've been honestly I've been in a really good spot in gaming. Awesome. This is not like a thing I set out to do on purpose. It is very funny when you type in Trench Crusade VTuber. I not only am I the first result, I dominate the entire 2 rows. That wasn't like an intent or anything. I was just curious because like sometimes you Google yourself if you're like a VTuber or whatever. Just like just see what's going on. I think I lost the I think if you Google Skaven VTuber, you get called. I think you get some like rat guy who hasn't streamed in a while. It's me, Trenchow. Pun text. A sister asked her brother, "Why are they digging that hole for Q?" The brother replies, "To bury Culosis." That was a fucking stretch, my guy. I heard a really dumb joke, really dumb pun recently-ish. Would you like to hear it? That's how you do something. Yeah, how you do something. So, why do some people think North Korea is better than South Korea? Oh, wait, why do some people think South Korea is better than North Korea? Oh. South Korea has Seoul, and North Korea is Seoul-less. I botched the execution like every good pun. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take the pun tax. All right. What am I gonna do to these? Oh yes, I want some wood. So a lot of wood got hit with that same primer stuff I did. So it's like vaguely chocolatey. I need like a different brown though. Stick. Oh. What'd be a good brown? Like a lighter? I could try this one. Some scale color Dubai brown. Let's give that. Then with first squad of spires. Yeah, let's go. I do really like the way, once again, it's the weirdest thing with the spires too. I actually really like the look of the spires. The paint jobs always confuse me though, because I feel I'm sure there's some excuse in game where like all the different spires have different colors, but I feel like there's always like a weird color clusterfuck whenever I see official spire stuff. I'm like, I'd like to see like just a bit more coherency. Like there might be lore reasons, but like it's still weird. There's some war games that like Ottomans. Yo, let's go. That'll be neat. I would like to do. I am pretty excited to eventually do some Sultanate. That's like the one. It's like the one. Oh yeah, there we go. This is a good one. Where it's like it's comes off as wood, but it's also like just a different. In order to get this view, I had to pull the camera out a little different than the way you would usually do it. So it feels a little weird. Also, yeah, doesn't War Games Atlantic has that like sale right now? Because I know they have a thing where it's like usually if you buy a bunch of the same box, you get a discount. And I think their version of like, yo, Black Friday is coming. Has a like that basically. I think if their version of that is like that same discount applies to everything. What's how you doing, Sentai VT? How you doing? Welcome. Painting delicious brownies. Also, I Mod Podged the bottom of these, but you can see where like the spray paint began to eat into it. I actually don't know if they do that for digital, to be fair. I actually don't know that. You might want to double check. I know they do that for the physical stuff. I don't know if they have a similar deal for the STL. I need to make this a bit less, I need to make this a bit less thinned out. It's weird. So this is scale 75, which has got like a bit more, I think it's got like a more of a gel base, which I know is pretty good. But I think you have to like really treat. I think it's like a very different sort of experience when it comes to painting. Or it's good for blending, but I could never get into it. A little bit of goop on there. That's fine. Yeah, it's got that gel, yeah. Like it was weird because I remember it was like kind of, I guess that's because like war gamers like myself included are really weak to trends. But it's like there was a while where I think it was like the trendy paint that all the cool artists were using, so I picked a couple up around then. It just never really felt super great to use. But hey, I still got it though. It's nice. Eastern Seal shows a picture of shows a picture of the Earth. Ian asks us what the Earth cinder is called. She says that's the core. Or Ian. That one's another fucking stretch. You can still workshop that one though. I believe that one can work. Oh, you just got the tribe. Oh, that's fair. Oh, did he actually have like Ottomans for the tribe right now? Because that would be pretty banging actually. I think I'm just. It's weird actually. Also, how you doing, Kindu? How you doing? Welcome. I'm working on some terrain today. Yeah, you got time though. You got time to really work that out. But where am I going with it? Oh, they have a 50% off. Oh, okay. I do it. Put it over here. Yeah, I'm in a weird spot where like I want to print more stuff for Trench Crusade, but I'm also like, it's not gonna be that far off. I'm thinking like, okay, I want to build like some anti-tank hammers. I don't have a good model that would be good for anti-tank hammers, but I did order the bits kit, so I was like, I could just wait. I could just wait for that. I could just wait for that to be a thing and just make that happen. Okay, yeah. But then I keep thinking about for like a bunch of other stuff. I'm like, this is a bit much. I should get back in. I think that's another reason I like doing stuff for the Grail, because it's like I don't gotta worry about weapons as much. A lot of them have like horrible, gross axes or nothing. We're fucking doing it. Very excited. I'm be able to take this. The funny thing is I have like I have 4 more of these and then 2 big ones, but I don't think I'm going to do those on stream. This is just like a nice kind of fun thing to do. Also just to make sure I have to make sure I get at least this core of 4 done. Because once I get that done, everything else is pretty hunky-dory. Yeah, I'm excited. I actually didn't play any game this week because I think one of the regulars was like, yo, we play Friday instead, and like, I feel bad because like a lot of people do stuff on Friday, and I like my Pathfinder group, but sometimes not having Friday open does kind of make some things a little tricky. Which isn't the worst. Not the worst. I keep like scraping against my table, which, oh fuck. Hey, there we go. Okay, if it's like a little bit of brown over there, it's not the worst. Scheduling conflicts. I think for the most part, like my schedule is very, very routine. I was worried for a little bit because I think my Monday group for which I play cards with were like, yo, we might be changing this up, and they're like, oh yeah, let's do a different day. I'm like, I have a very rigid schedule by being a funny internet elf man. Like, like that. I did a thing where I winter sealed the fuck out of this room that I'm in, which has been great, but also that makes like if you're in the very specific Goldilocks zone where it's not too hot, not too cold, it's hard to maintain that average. It'll be very nice when it hits winter though, and not paying like I like this place, but sometimes I'm paying like $300 a month during the winter month for heat, and I'm like, I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it. Which, I mean, otherwise, this place is fun. How you doing, Elroom? Welcome. How you doing? Working on, wood. Okay, looks like it's like the wood, I think, is beginning to actually kind of, like, dull down, so. Yeah, it is. It's effectively, it's an old house in an area where there's, like, it was never properly insulated. Like, there's just, like, little spaces where, like, leaks get through. So, like, you can buy these little kits where you can just, like, cover windows and shit with like the thickest layer of plastic. It looks ugly as hell, but like I can like figure out which windows I need to keep open at any one time to like let the chemicals out and whatnot. I try to eat that. Oh, 100%. I mean this, yeah, I would try to eat this. Like I think everybody looks at my terrain and been like, I would love cake. Delicious, delicious cake. She loves. Oh, I thought you were about to say she loves sand. I'm like, that's a dangerous cat. I'm sure a lot of cats do like weird Pika shit though. I have to one layer on here. Keep going. I'm trying to figure out how much because I do want to do one of the little. Oh. Hey, I can mix in one of these little things. Also, lazy name I can't say. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. How you doing? How you doing, lazy friend? About to try to eat in a napkin too. Okay, that's cat bullshit. That's cat bullshit that I'm expecting. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm currently working on some Trench Crusade. Going pretty good. I'm very. I wish I didn't leave the stencil in the other room. It's made out of fucking like Cliff Bars. Like, say hi cat, hi Jay's cat. How you doing? Currently painting. Oh, this is gonna be a lot nicer. So how you doing, Deacon? Welcome. How you? I'm working on some trench bullshit. Yeah, I'm not for the minute. I think your cat just likes me in general, and not my weird, freakish, floppy tail. I think what I want to do for these. Hey, I'm glad you're not homeless. I didn't realize you were homeless, but I'm glad you're not homeless. Hell yeah. Congratulations on living at a place. Currently, to celebrate, I will continue to paint a tiny little house, which is like in the same general idea. I think I got a lot of like little grit particles on these. Probably not the best. Like, it's gonna make the wood look a little. Also, I mean, these did not sit super flush. These were very jank. These little buildings I made, but I might with it. They're paint clan rats. Yeah, let's go. How many of your clan rats have you done? I've basically barely done any from the Scaventide box. I mean, I already have like 60 painted clan rats, so it's not the worst. But I'm just like, damn, there's so many. I was starting to slap chop them to like help with the speed, and even then I was like, oh god, this is still gonna be a bit. And then I just started working on other projects, and then the project whimsy took me in a different direction as it usually. Yeah, right now I'm working on these. Farther back. Yeah, I have to watch out because it's pushing up on some of the cabling. I don't have a lot of like table space for the most part when it comes to like, not that I need a lot of it if I'm doing. Oh god, yeah, I think the box, I don't know like what box you got, but I know the Scaventide box straight up came up with 40, which as a box meant to be like a starter introduction or like, you know, like that's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to do, but like overall there's just a lot. So fucking. Let's get on. Probably I think I'll be able to reach the back. That. Probably not. At the end of the day, this is terrain. I don't think I I don't think I need to get places that the camera's not going to see on these. I could be wrong though, and I'll regret it later, as I'm wont to do. But yeah, I think I'm going to work on these in between doing the trench. Got a decent chunk of time too. It's always weird because the weekends, the 9:30 is for like a very specific scheduling reason, which is like it's weird because like, all right, Hal, what do? You mostly do 4-hour streams. You do 1 6-hour for painting, and then you just got like question mark. Like, why is this other one too? Like a fucking like cheap I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I went to grab another one. I have 3 of these little ones, and then I have a double decker one, which I made out of I think I was just like, these are all mushroom cartons. These are all just fucking mushroom cartons from Kroger that have been retrofitted to be terrain. Yeah, I actually, the Stormcast, I paint my Stormcast a lot the same way I paint my Minotaurs, and I actually do think painting my Minotaurs are relatively cozy. But otherwise, I also do head swaps. I do head swaps. Like, I don't think I've actually painted in my Stormcast from that box on stream. I think I've done it a little bit. I don't think I've been like, I am dedicating today's stream to paint these. Because they're kind of lower on my list. If I'm doing any rat painting, it'll probably be the fucking Jezzails, which I do. I did paint some of the regular Jezzails back when they were the Finecast ones. So I was like, I don't. Hey, yo, let's go. Yeah, honestly, Iron Sultanate, I believe is going to get a pretty big upswing come post the Kickstarter. I've seen. I try to help that with the how-to stream, but it was very much like it's hard to get Sultanate models. So, like, the fact that a Kickstarter is going to provide a lot of people with Sultanate models is going to be great. Death Corps or Krieg? Oh, yeah. They're doing, like, basically, they're kind of semi-replace. Not, I don't think they're replacing Cadians, but they're definitely seem to be taking a similar like, yo, if you want to have your entire guard be Krieg, you can do that in the same way that if you want your entire guard to be Cadians, you could easily do that. How you doing, buddy? It's going pretty good. I was working on the trenches, and I thought I'd take a little break to get the wood for these little things, just, you know, get a little bit of variety in there. And how you doing, Nitrous? I'm getting all the little wood bits. Just for fun. Side boy. Oh, the Kriegers. Yeah. A little bit. Lighting thunder blows could is interesting. Oh, hopefully your power stays on. Hopefully your power stays on. Oh, it's like one of those things that like I get little reminders in my life that like if like weather or something takes out a service, I'm like, because I think Discord was out basically right after stream yesterday. It's like I don't use Discord that much, but like there's actually like a decent amount of people that if Discord ever went down, I would have a hard time reaching out to them. Get on there. It's 2 at a war spot. Oh yeah, no, it was pretty bad punnage earlier. Another reason I'm glad to get some of this terrain. I am running out of desk space in a lot of areas, so it's like this is getting bad. I need to restore some room. Okay, yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. A lot of you nerds got to redeem the daily elf card so you can get your get your fun shit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it was only like 50 minutes, but the thing is, like, it was one of those things where it's like I wanted it at that exact time just to check on some people, and I couldn't, so I was like, well, this is a bummer. And then I went to bed, and then I think I woke up and it was totally fine, as one do. Yeah, get those elf punches. Oh, how you doing, Pasta Puffin? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on terrain. A lot of this is the terrain you guys saw yesterday, but it wasn't done yet. It was not even not reasonably close. Once again, tabletop close would basically get me there. I want to get this looking a lot more. What did your mom tell you to do? I'm just gonna destroy this thing of scale 75 stuff, which I don't even know if my shop sells this anymore. Not that I like need it. Could probably find a similar brown, not that hard, but who knows. I'll have to go back in. Dry brush? I assume I want to dry brush the wood. Then probably it. I don't think these are gonna get like any sort of streaking grime or anything, but I'll probably do that with those buildings. Just get like a couple like little oil smears or something like that. I think that would look pretty good. I also did the what's it called? The mechanized guy. I got some like melted snow effects which I put on him. I might have went overboard. I wanted to make it look like this guy was like trudging through the snow, and that'd be neat. But I think I did get me some extra different snow stuff. I'll have to see. I'll have to see what the oh yeah, this is like Black Friday-ish. Yes, I think I might have an emergency kickoff around there, so we'll see how much free cash I got kicking around for all the Black Friday deals. Also, Hucko totally likes. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. How you doing? Working on some Trench Crusade terrain. Getting some little trenches and whatnot. That way, when I play at the shop, we actually, I think like the last time we played, we had my shop has a decent amount of terrain. A lot of it's pretty battered, and then a lot of it's very much like Warhammer L-shaped ruin kind of deal, which like is fine. But like we found a couple of pieces that didn't really fall into that category. But like I think between me and I think someone else was talking about really wanting to do stuff. I'm assuming next time we play, it's gonna be pretty bad. I'm so curious how just like having trenches affects. This is gonna sound weird, like imagine trenches and Trench Crusade, but like kind of yeah. Like having stuff to kind of like stand on top of if you want, like do you really want to get up and melee that guy? Because there are benefits to melee, like if they're in a down state, like if the model gets knocked down, they're easier to kill in melee. But then you're out in the open and people can shoot the shit out of you, and you don't have anything to cover behind. It's a neat little dynamic. Some of the Trench Crusade stuff. Yeah, what'd you end up doing? I primarily played Black Grail, but I didn't get a whole lot of Grail from the Kickstarter because I already did stuff. Interesting. Yeah, Brazen Bull looks really cool. Hopefully you get the battle box. The tricky thing is probably more like will Games Workshop keep it in stock? I think a couple of them have sold out. Like the Dark Angels one, I think has basically been obliterated. Yeah, it's Anakin. I did have the high, like honestly one of the games that I won, I did have the high ground because the Herald of Beelzebub can fly, and flying is really good when you have a lot more 3D terrain. I think that Orc ASO one should be fine. I think because 40k is inherently more popular, those tend to get like wiped out a lot more. But people do generally like the Age of Sigmar orcs. They're less whimsical than 40k ones, but you also got big fuckers on like big boars. So, oh, you're saying that one is already gone? Oh shit, then never mind then. Never mind then. I guess you're never safe. No one's ever safe from Games Workshop lack of production. Still cracks me up. Like not even arguably the biggest miniature producer in the world right now cannot keep stock in. It's just fucking wild. Big fuckers and bigger wars, rip and tear. Crowboys are kind of neat. So I did get the Dominion box from ages ago. So I actually have a bunch of Crowboys in my closet because I was like, I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna make Crowboys a thing, and I just never did. If anything, I actually painted most of the Stormcast from that box and something that felt fucking bizarre. But I was like, okay, I guess this is just my life now. There we go. That's how you doing, Code Jason. How you doing, Noodles Bowl? Happy Life Day. God, is it Life Day? God, it's been a while since we watched the Star Wars Christmas special. I do think we're gonna watch the Star Wars Christmas special again. I do think the Star Wars Christmas special needs to be a yearly thing, like a tradition. So I don't know when during the holidays we'll watch the Star Wars Christmas special. It will happen. If you missed it last year, don't worry. I'm going to scar you anyway. It'll be fine. Oh, please don't say again. We're going to. You're going to see all of it. You're going to see Chewbacca's dad jerking off the VR. You're going to see the big rat. You're going to see cartoon Han Solo with the weirdest fucking face. It's great. It's so great. Oh, that... How the fuck did you do that? Oh, I have to allow you say... Oh, do I have the word gooning blocked? People don't typically say that in my chat, so it's just never come up until now. No, Discord's public. The only sub thing, if you get a tier 3 sub, you get a special Discord role. Stop. I have to manually accept these. I'm not going to do any more past that point. I'm okay with gooning being auto-modded, if I'm going to be honest. But that's definitely like a thing that I did not set up. Yeah, you fuckers. You fuckers. But yeah, no, I guess I'm sure they did like there's also a documentary about the Christmas special that I have not seen yet that I think would also be a fun watch. Jim Mook's outside, gotta be careful. Yeah, I mean, they won't say gooning, they'll say the goons, you know. Like, hey boss, there's a bunch of goons. Also, you could say bozo too. Bozo's really fun for that. Did I make a can? I don't. There's no way. There's no way that they did not absolutely fucking bury that shit. Like, they buried so much good material. Why would they canonize that? I think, unless you're talking about, I think they have like brought back Chewbacca's family, but they've made him like not stupid. I mean, they do hate Star Wars too. Yeah. It's kind of sad. Star Wars was like my sort of first big sci-fi franchise. I wasn't like the biggest Star Wars head, but I would read a lot of the expanded universe books and play the games and stuff. I was like, this is nice. This is nice. And then like, not that I'm like semi on board with Disney culling a lot of that because there was a lot of shit, but they culled so much and they replaced it with nothing. They're like basically at the end of the day, they're like, what are we gonna do? We're going to remove a lot, and then we're just going to effectively do the entire original trilogy again, but worse. Yeah. Yeah, they try to milk it. And I guess now, Star Wars mostly survives as a series of like prestige TV shows, which is a weird spot for it to be in, but whatever. Apparently also like a Dune TV show about like a super, like the prequel to Benin Gesserit, which is odd, but okay. I think I forget if that was based on Frank Herbert stuff for his son. I know his son does a lot of like real terrible Dune nonsense, so maybe that's from that. Yeah, I don't know. I've not watched, and I didn't even watch The Mandalorian when it came out. I was like, I'm good. I don't want to get Disney Plus. I don't want to go like dig that out. That's how you doing, Trough? How you doing? Dark Side of the Moon set the Paul Blart Mall Cop. I'm sure that exists. I'm not surprised that exists. I've never even seen Paul Blart Mall Cop regular style. I don't think I want to. That's a kind of bad movie that does not interest me. Like I like my fantasy jank. Which, speaking of which, hey everybody, this Thursday's movie night will be the third D&D movie, The Book of Vile Darkness. One of the most wild source books ever got made into a movie that I'm sure is shit. God, like I said, like I wonder if I should ever just do some streams where I just deep dive into old 3.5 stuff. I don't know how that would work. It's very tricky for doing a lot of tabletop dives because those could get bonked for copyright stuff. How you doing, Robot Crash? How you doing, Furrow? Welcome. Yeah, I think there's just so much stuff into old EU that like eventually some of it would be aight. Yeah, nothing possibly wrong in it. Exactly. There. A little bit too. A little bit on that, and we'll go back to. I think after I do this one, I'll go back. Oh, you gotta do all these, and then I can go back to the what's it called? The little bunker thingies. Yeah, there we go. Been traveling. How big do you make these? All my trenches are 1 inch tall because that's just like the foam I got. That's entirely like I have a foam. I bought a big chunk of foam before COVID. I think you're right about that, Dustman. But I bought like a big chunk of foam before COVID because I was like, before I became a VTuber, I was like, I'm just gonna maybe make a bunch of terrain because I was watching terrain making videos at the time, and I'm still using it. I'm still using that shit like 4 years later. I'm not going like super extensive on terrain, but I use it like a decent amount. I've used it a decent amount over the years, which has been nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can just get a shitload of insulation from really, really easy. It's really, really nice. I'm glad you like the... Thank you, Robot, for liking my trenches. This is a lot of sculpt-a-mold. Honestly, shout out to brown tile grout. Like, sometimes little chunks come out that are they're a little hard to see, but otherwise it's like effectively light concrete. So I got like a nice little concrete barricade layer on top of all my trenches. It feels nice. It feels really, really nice. Oh. That over here. See, so reliable season doing something you don't canon. Oh yeah, I mean there's also that's also how Games Workshop does the like, oh, you know this thing that we just this like new model we just introduced. Yeah, no, it was always here. That model was always here in this universe and it always existed because like information's like inaccurate. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Making some trenches. I'm making some trenches so that when we play Trench Crusade at my shop, we'll have little trenches to play on. I think it'll be nice. I think it'll be pretty legit. Which we got that between this and I believe like the guys who are putting. I think I do had some like 3D printable Mordheim houses that I was starting to work on, or my printer got put into a state that I really could just fix that. I really just need to go and like re-put together my stuff for my old my FDM printer. My resin printer, I love the pieces I use constantly. It's just that my FDM printer was the Ender 3, and it was always kind of like a pain in the dick. Like I might eventually get what Matthew got the bamboo at some point because I think that would just be really nice just to be like, I'm just gonna print a building and then that's it. I don't have to deal with any bullshit. Yeah, I'm debating donating this to my LGS. I probably will, just because I think it would be easier than just transporting it back and forth. But I also want to keep some terrain for me just for photo purposes. I do love it when people do like take photos that are minis around terrain. Like I should do that. But Like, I'm gonna have a decent amount of like little terrain trench. I don't think I'm gonna need all of these. I'm gonna be mostly playing with them at that store anyway. So like, I might just try to leave a couple of these here. Like, I'll probably ask the owner, be like, yo, can I like donate a couple of these to the shop? And I doubt they're going to say no. I'll still give them a heads up. If they're like, no, get your fucking terrain out of here. Scram. Then they go, and I just like fucking just lumber my way back. No, just go home and just eat like a whole rotisserie chicken while I weep. I don't think they'll do that. My shop's pretty nice. They're pretty nice people. I don't know. It's weird. I generally know the owners, but I don't like know their names a whole lot. So I guess there's something that happens that I'm a little iffy on, like when you know too much of the people at the store. Like, I've been to some places where they know me pretty well, and like I enjoy chatting and having fun, but sometimes I do just want to go to a store just to like buy stuff and just leave. And I would go to this one LGS, which I haven't gone to as much recently. But I do remember there was one. It's just like we would always chat. Like, it'd be a good chat and I'd have fun. But I was like, oh man, this is supposed to be like a half-an-hour trip to pick up like something or other, a thing. And now this is a whole thing. Big business from mimics. Oh, that. I mean, if they found out I was a mimic, then I'm doing a poor job of being a mimic. Unless they also watch my streams. I don't think anyone might. I think vaguely it's that usual thing where I know the people I play with are vaguely aware that I'm a streamer, but they don't know that I'm a VTuber, okay? Which I'm generally going to keep it this way. I'm generally going to keep it this way so people don't know. Like, I mean, if they find out, it's not the worst. It's whatever. I know some of my magic group knows I'm a, but that I've known them forever. Like we went to go to like Ren Fair together at one point. Like we're relatively tight. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a VTuber. I think I've mentioned before that I tried to explain to my adopted sister what a VTuber was, and she just doesn't get it. She's like reasonably nerdy, but she kind of became kind of nerdy later on, and she's still kind of like a lower tier than I am. Like a lot of real esoteric shit is kind of over her head. They don't know me. I am that image at my like the fucking, once again I fucking hate like Wojaks and everything, but I am that image, yes. They are, which is fine. Her husband's like a pretty big Dorcas too, which is fun. Yeah, it's very much a power level. Like, once again, she's like a nice enough person, but like, it's even in my own life, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find people at my level, which is why I like VTubing. It's very great. How you doing, Brace? How you doing? Do it. Wait, do what? Not that. Tell more people at my shop of a VTuber? God, no, I'm not gonna do that. If they find out, they find out. I don't need to lead them into it. Yeah, I do. I actually still like the idea of keeping a power level hidden. I think it's just that usual. There's a time and a place for everything, and to a certain degree, if you don't keep your, at the very least, you need to then know how to control your power level. It's I think a good example is like, hey everybody here likes Warhammer to some degree. Okay, how about this? Who here genuinely hates Warhammer orcs? Like does not like them? They exist. I'm not one of those people, but like I'm generally down for orcs. Every now and then you will run into guy who LARPs as an orc in Twitch chat, where they go real heavy. They go like, "Oi, me's the crumpin' orcs me is," and then they just kind of stop after a while. I think that's like a thing you gotta know. Yeah, you gotta be awares. VTubers are people who watch VTubers. It's such a, how you doing, Patchwork? Oh, that's fair. That's a fucking mood. Oh yeah, it's hard. VTubers are such a big spectrum. There are literally some and I don't even mean this as like an insult. There are some VTubers that are like, I like the idea of streaming, but I don't like the idea of like getting tidy for this. I just want to wear my PJs and do a fun little stream. I think that's totally valid. That's a fun benefit. There's other people that are like, I have been a dork on the internet my entire life. All the communities I was a part of crumbled to ash. but I became a VTuber because it's kind of like, especially I find that if you tend to skew older, you get into like real deep into weeds dorks. Not that like being young excludes you from that. Like I think Yoro Yo-Yo is a VTuber who is on the younger side, who has an immense power level. She's fucking insane, and I mean that in like the best way. She's in her like early 20s, I think. I don't know how old she is exactly, but definitely 20s at most. So I don't think it's entirely an age thing, but there are some very high power level VTuber viewers. There's such a variety that I cannot make any real generalized claim because there's just too much variance. There's just too much variance. Yeah, I think in general too. It's like I don't mind people that like 40K stuff. Sometimes they can get a little pushy, which to be fair, I've not gone quite that far. I luckily know that like there's a bunch of people like I'm not interested in anything like this because I talked to an annoying fan and they made me upset and they drove me away. Yeah. Or you could be like, hey, Sonia. Oh yeah, sometimes yeah, if your vampire's going frenzy, you definitely gotta get the fuck out of there. Indeed. Gotta grab the little bunkers so I can get the wood for them too. So much. So many of these. It is your burden. I think it's like, I'm gonna say it's not even a burden, but responsibility. I think your responsibility for your power level is to read the room, realize what company you're in. And I know this is gonna sound weird, but like I think some people I've heard that kind of don't get that. They're like, but no, I got autism. I don't know if that's gonna work. That's not true. That's not true. I've seen a lot of people that have autism, like real bad autism, that still figure it out. I do think it takes more work for certain, but I don't think it's impossible. I do think everybody needs to have some level of awareness of the space they're in, and then adjust themselves accordingly. Like, hey, there's places where you can be just like an unhinged weirdo, free willy with no downside. Yeah, Sir Luton's Daffy Duck Shuck and know you're all. Yeah, exactly. It's just knowing the situation. That's all Black Roses. Have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Yeah, it is taxing. It is absolutely more mentally taxing to be aware of things. But once again, I think that's yeah, honestly, I mean, my chat, you guys go pretty nuts. But like you go nuts in a way that is good. Like I think very rarely I've had to tell you guys to be like, yo, calm down. I had to do it occasionally, but you know, it's not like a big thing I have to do on the regs. Eat win, never. I don't even know. The funny thing, I know you're joking, but I know some people that are like, want them toes. Ooh, Nair's fan club. Let's go. Go to the... Yeah, there we go. I have 2 peg legs. Hey, there we go. Once again, hey everybody. If you do not know, this is my wonderful snake name. She is doing good. She's very active recently. She's been very, very, very active, which is good because I've been waiting for her to be more active so I can clean her cage, which I believe the plan is to do tomorrow. It's like sometimes like, all right, I want to do a full deep clean of your cage, but you're sleeping. You lazy tube fuck, you keep sleeping. Yeah, that's my ball python. Oh, Patrick, if you haven't got to see her before, yeah, this is my wonderful snake Nanners. She is a very, very good snake. I love her to pieces. Even if she's a fucking goof. Hit the update Duke command. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, she's got goofy puppy dog eyes. She's got like, it's one of those things. I can empathize with people who are scared of snakes, but I see her and she's just the dumbest tube ever. I love her. She is the definition of no thought said to him. Ah, goddamn, we got ad break. Oh no, we got ad break in Nano's fan club. That's fine. That means everyone who doesn't have ads at the moment, if you got a sub, you got to see more snake. You get 30 seconds of more snake than most people. Yeah, she's just like a goofy little noodle. It might also be because I learned how to handle snakes. So it's like, oh, all I need to do is like just be gentle and don't move too fast. That's okay. We are out of ad jail. Yay! Let's go. Go. Yeah, but yeah, no, theirs is very cute. She's big. She's big, but she's still very, very. But yes. Furrow, Syndrus, welcome to the freshman year club. and Moss Dragon 24. 24 hours of Moss Dragon. Enjoy your vice presidency. There we go. If you're wondering why, like, there's like everything shifts again, I have a landing screen that does the little transition. Yeah, she's a very good snake. She's a very good snake. Still really, really happy the way these turned out. This is a very shitty stencil job I did on here. Oh, I'd say it's weird because on my side, the ads will be like, the ads are over. So usually when the ads are over, I start talking. I didn't know if there's like an extra buffer time, which is annoying. But yeah, definitely like, the thing is, like, I actually think it's like snakes are a lot like cats. Like, I love cats, and I've learned very much that you could actually get most cats to pet you, to let you pet them, if you just, like, let them sniff your hand. Just like, stick your hand out, let them sniff it, and they're like, okay, you're cool. And then you could usually give them a pet. Like, that's been my general experience over my many, many years. But there's some people that are just like, oh, a cat. Oh, Bryce, it unironically is. This is unironically a mushroom container. I've always really liked the shape of these. I thought they had like a very good, almost like kind of like brutalish shape to them. And I was like, what this is the mushroom container. Like if you look inside, it's a bit more black where I didn't couldn't really prime it. But I put some texture paste on it. I put some gravel and some like Mod Podge to do the dirt. And it's like, yeah, there we go. I've legitimately been sitting on these for a while, waiting for the perfect project, and this one turned out to be it. Yeah, some cat likes to chill. I mean, cats do like to chill, but I think in general you can sneak some pets out of cats. Because here's the thing, cats have been domesticated. They even the most cantankerous cat to a certain. I mean, you know, there's like a couple cats that just you should not pet. Because they're just not doing a good time. But I think in general, even a couple of like really mean cats, if you just treat them right, they'll be like, okay, yep, it is in my nature to accept a pet from you. So here I go. Yeah, it is. Honestly, it is great. I love animals. I love animals so much. There's part of me that like I did the thing because like there's like growing up where it's like how you gotta. I actually was really strongly urged to be a doctor for many, many years. Which I wasn't super jazzed on, so I was like, I'm gonna be a computers man, and not like a VTuber, as in like guy who does like programming stuff, but I do kind of wonder if like legitimately like some alternate like reality where I became a vet. I think a vet honestly would have been a good choice. I just never considered it at the time. Over here, yeah, animals are great. Yeah, biology's good. Yeah, honestly, the big thing about terrain. Honestly, a lot of it is recycling. It's just terrain building. A lot of it is recycling because you're just trying to recreate shapes. Sometimes you could do things entirely out of new materials, but I think recycling gets you there. How you doing, Dino? It will. So right now there's 6 factions and then like about 2 sub factions for each one. You are a terrible vet. Oh God. Oh no. But they've talked about, there's been a couple of factions they mentioned in the lore. There is, I believe, like a Crusader Knight faction, which is very more like Knights. You could still run Knights in New Antioch, but I think they still want to do a proper Knight faction as one. The Path of the Beast, which is all about like parasitic insects and turning into fucking horrible monsters. The Church of Metamorphosis, which is about worshipping a gate that I believe lies in the bottom of hell and predates Satan. So they're trying to figure out like what horrible thing lives on the other side and they're transforming into like crustacean people. They've also shown the Polish Hussars, which in this universe are Catholic vampire knights, which is the raddest shit. So, oh yeah, that's a Boris. Yeah, they have mentioned they want to do some like Jewish factions at one point too. I think there's been a couple of instances in various lore drops where like animated golems will help with a good fight, which would be pretty legit. Oh yeah, I mean, you can run, I mean, the court is basically a demon faction, but the Church of Metamorphosis is kind of like, you know that one thing, it's like, are you ever tired of being nice? Don't you ever want to go apeshit? It's like that. And the Metamorphosis I'm really interested in because they turn into like really crazy abstract crustacean dudes. I don't think there's going to do anything quite like that. If you want werewolves, that's probably Path of the Beast, but I don't think it's more like degenerating into like dog mutants. Like, I think they got some lore, picture examples of them. Let me grab, let me get this, like, little top bar of wood, and I'll grab a picture of those. Especially because I gotta get some more paint. I like this gel paint, but if I thin it down, it gets real fucking thin. But the coverage is still thin. There we go. Give me them head pats. Let's fucking go. All right, what is the... Let me see. The Beast. I think there's like some pictures. Okay. Oh yeah, this is one. This is one for Path of the Beast. They're all effectively like people that have mutated into beasts too. Like this boy. Look at this friendly lad. He's got a beautiful smile. He's got a beautiful smile. Yeah, dog. Yeah, he's just got a snack. It's fine. Me at 3 a.m. eating bagged cheese out of the fridge. I don't think a communist faction exists. I think it's I don't know. The thing is, like, I think that's somebody shitposting, if I'm gonna be honest. I think that's somebody shitposting. There's a lot of people unfortunately, because Trench Crusade uses real world history and religion, it brings up some fucking nut jobs who get into weird online bullshit. But nah, I mean, if you want to be like, this is like my new Antioch warband comes from some like communist micronation, you could. I don't think it really exists much either in this universe. It's we don't have a definitive list of exactly what's still kicking. Like North America doesn't really exist. No, I think you're fine. Like you are genuinely asking a question. There are some people that are like being real annoying. Also too, culture war weirdos on the internet will continue to be annoying cultural weirdos on the internet, and they've made sometimes they make discussing Trench Crusade really annoying. Yeah, I don't know what's actually going on in Russia in there. Oh yeah, Jonah Arc died fighting a giant physical manifestation of the plague, which was a Black Grail hegemon. Black Grails, when their diseases get real big, like the plague turned into a gigantic, like, effectively imagine them turning into a rusty demon suit of armor that's the size of a skyscraper. I think it was mutually assured destruction. Because like she was a saint, which is a big deal in this setting. Like saints basically become like superheroes, but she did die, I believe. I might need to double check on that. I need to double check on that. Like she killed it so much that like when a hegemon dies, that version of the disease is effectively, it's not removed from the world, but it will never really truly be ascendant like it was, which is what leads to the dirge, which is sort of like the remaining followers of that disease that are kind of like living out the rest of their days in like an eternal form of grief, because like their patron is dead. So they still infect people and stuff, but like Beelzebub does not consider them his own children, and they get kicked out of they get like disowned. Like when the hegemon dies, all of the people under it get disowned from the Black Grail, which I still think are really cool, and I do want to build a warband of them. How you doing, Horace? Welcome. Yeah, the black page was I think there's a picture of a hegemon online. Let me grab I'm okay with grabbing pictures of stuff. Especially because this is gonna be a lot of drying. Also, you can still see the fucking barcode on this one. This piece of terrain is so big, it's actually kind of hard for me to show off, which is fine. Oh, let's set this one down real quick. Set that one there. And let me see if I can find also, for the Path of the Beast, I don't know where you would find the story, but I have read a short story about that from Mike. Effectively, it's a bunch of people having a sermon, like a new Antioch sermon. A bunch of ticks rain down on their sermon, and the ticks begin like draining the blood. Like the ticks are like the size of like small cats, and they're draining the blood from people. And as they drain the blood, they open up into like unholy scriptures that if you read, you start turning into beasts. See if I can find a hegemon. Hey, there we go. Hegemons look rad as shit. They're effectively like Titan size, so I don't think they're ever gonna get official models. They're just like fun little lore bits. A Powerwolf song, maybe. I haven't listened to Powerwolf, so I'll take your word for it. I know like the very basics of Mage. Once again, I'm not like the most knowledgeable about World of Darkness, even though I have ran it a couple times. Yeah, this is what the Hegemons look like. See that thing? See the gravestones by its feet? Like, do you see the gravestones? The gravestones are to scale. Yeah, it looks rad as shit. Honestly, I would just like that helmet. I would just like that helmet really kind of like brought down size. They have shown Boris. They have shown like a tank preview. They're waiting for. I believe the big goal is to wait for the game to get like wait for the game to get some traction first, and then worry about like getting potentially more scales, which I think is a good idea. Yeah, it's definitely at least night scale. And yeah, Joan of Arc basically like I don't think she sold it. I think she had an army behind her, but she was like, kind of like, hey, speaking of Evangelion, you know how like whenever an angel would show up, and then all the fucking like little like military dudes are firing missiles at the angels, and they do nothing, and then the angels just like turn around and just blow up like 10 armored trucks. I think it's basically like that. I think that's more or less the deal. She definitely did the heavy lifting. I 3D printed some hatches online. We're gonna be using for this, like, which I used for this. These are not practical. If I'm gonna be real, the hatches are primarily there to cover very obvious like lettering, because this is a mushroom container. These are absolutely mushroom containers. So you do get like mushroom container like maybe like expiration dates, or like farmed from X region or whatever. I don't think a mushroom container would dox me. That would be very funny, actually, all things considered. If I go through all the trouble and it's like, oh, Al got the mushrooms from this area. I see. And they're the sacred texts of our ancestors, indeed. So basically, there's a guy named Mistcast Miniatures that has a big sci-fi Greeble collection, which I downloaded, and it's technically made for FDM. So there's a couple of the Greebles that did not print super well in resin. Like there's like a little mesh kit. There's like a little mesh window that was just too flimsy after. Like it printed fine, but it was just too flimsy to actually use. But otherwise, it was pretty good. There you go. Set that over there. I got all these. I think we're gonna get that. I'm gonna when I airbrush these like with the green, I left a lot of like little stuff around here. I got some like craft paint. Yeah, I do got some. I'll probably just hit up the sides with some craft paint, because otherwise this is gonna be a lot of paint. Should be fine. But yeah, no, little greebles are good for covering stuff like that. Yay. Yay, recycling, let's go. Or paint. Oh, where's this? I'm trying to like do a mix of like I got a decent amount of paints left, but I don't want to burn all my fucking good paints on terrain, because it's mostly just a scale issue. They're just so big. Like this thing will swallow model paints. It'll just absolutely obliterate my model paints. But I am still using like my Vallejo metal color, because like it's the best choice for getting these. If I get this metal a little bit off to the side, I got some sponge. Skissue, if you will. Okay. But I got a sponge because I want to do some like sponge rusting, I guess. Couple different ways to get those. I believe the Kickstarter will have a pledge manager soon. I don't know if that's going to let you late pledge. Otherwise, you can what's it called? Otherwise, depends on the faction. Like historical models are good for those. How you doing, Sasha? How you doing? You're almost there. Oh no, what does that mean? Another 10 redeems of the Nanners fan club. I see what you're up to. How you doing, Sasha? How you doing? But oh shit. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, like I said, historical stuff is pretty good options. Almost a 69. Ah, nice. So Changeling is like, I don't know much about Changeling to Lost. Changeling to Dreaming. I know Changeling to Lost, which was, I was going to run that as like a full-on campaign, but we had some player issues to kind of put that on hold. I might need to, I need to get that going. I need to get that going again. I did end up accidentally talking to Random today, and he's really interested in potentially doing another Lancer one shot, which I wanna do. I do need to get that going. I think I've been mentioning that for like months. Energy and time have been very tight recently, but I still do want to do that. Yeah, the turnip Kickstarter come like late November. I understand that you shouldn't base your timing around other things, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of drain. Then again, I'm curious how Max is going to price it, because the last Kickstarter for turnip was insane. I got the digital for like $20, and I still like I think he eventually stopped doing new stretch goals for that, but I was eating good. I was eating good for months as he did little updates on that. Yeah, so he's doing one for what's it called? He's doing another Kickstarter for Cavalry. He's been showing Cavalry stuff recently on his Twitter, and I think there's going to be a couple. I think there's going to be some Cavalry focused cults and some other stuff. I don't think it's going to be all Cavalry, but like Bastards have not had an official model forever. Now I did my own Bastards, so I don't give a shit. I do like the horse models he's making. I'll probably still maybe make some. But I'm very curious what the new Cavalry cults are going to be like, because I do like some Cavalry. My man horseman Bastards bring fear, and whenever I bring them to basically I have Cavalry for turnip that either obliterates everything, or my opponents are like, Hal's Cavalry is real dangerous. I have to kill it. I have to kill it now. So they either fuck shit up or they die horribly because they just get focused. And either way, I'm fine. Because everything in turnip is the same amount of points, I'm like, oh, this is not the worst. So he doing some more ranged weapon guys too. I guess there's no official like missile weapon. Like I know you could throw like rocks and stuff, but I don't think he's ever done a kit where you could just. Turnip is not really the game where you must play with official models. But I think in general he's been trying to make sure that every option in the book has some like turnip model you can get. But yeah, I don't think missile weapons have really had much representation. Or if they have, I am blind and I just missed like some little like height like thing. Yeah, I've used javelins for mine a lot of times, like javelins, and also just this did not adhere to the bigger one of this is very much the most jank for sure. This version, this fucking dual sized bunker is definitely way more jank. Yeah, and turnip you can do basically whatever too. Like once again, models agnostic games where the creators are like, I like to see you be creative. Mwah, chef's kiss. The biggest model yet. I wonder if they're gonna. I mean, probably they're going to do a physical The Great Proboscis, maybe. That sounds about right. Because that would make sense. A Great Proboscis or a Allison Mole kind of deal. Or maybe they'll do a new cult with a big model. I like big model. Let's go. Could be a giant nose. Unless they've actually shown that. Hold on. Wheel lock pistol cavalry. Ooh. There we go. This is going to be, when is this? Oh, I think it's like sometime late November. I thought he said November 28th, but I'm not super sure. Oh yeah, I've been seeing some stuff about Gangs of Rome. I don't have the biggest desire for it. Like, it looks cool, but it's like I haven't super gotten interested in it. It hasn't super activated my almonds. The idea is neat. So effectively, Games of Rome is a historical game where you just play, like, legitimately, like you're in Roman times, but you're not doing like grand battles. You're just a bunch of thugs hired by politicians that are literally just like fighting gang wars in Rome with fucking clubs and shit. The premise is neat. The premise is neat. I just haven't gotten like super into it. There you go. Oh yeah, you can totally do that, honestly. Like, turnip is so model agnostic. If you liked the idea of the giant nose army, you could absolutely do that. You could absolutely make that real. Follow your dream. Create the terrifying Giga Schnoz. So, angle? Yeah, there we go. Bit more paint in here. On a it's the proboscis. I think the proboscis is also 120mm base. Maybe I'm wrong. I did build a great proboscis, but I built one just to be like a little dude. Just like I took one of the rootlings and I scaled it up by like a shit ton, which was really fun. Today I think that's one of like my most liked Instagram minis. Where it's like every now and then, like the models I put the most effort into, something like it's have you guys seen the things that artists will do sometimes where they're like, I spent like 3 weeks on this thing and it got like no recognition. I did a goofy little doodle of a guy eating cheese and it got like all the likes. I get that with models sometimes too, which is kind of fun. That is very real. I made a little blue stuff homunculus, which has been since torn apart for blue stuff. That got like 120 likes compared to a lot of my other stuff. I'm like, this is very silly. I take it in stride, but it does feel strange. But yeah, people really like the big boy, the large lad. Yeah, luckily, Turnip has given me more like guns than I'll ever need. Everything else, I got 3D bits for everything else. It's not the worst. I put a good amount of effort into my models, but I'm gonna be real, it's uneven. Which is fine, you know. Like, I've done minis that are the equivalent of a doodle, and they've done pretty well. Also, speaking of because I want to do a guy who is how you doing, Night Hunter, Teresa? I'm getting the terrain pretty well, so I would say yes. I would say yes overall, I do be winning. Also, let me show you this guy I did. So I still have a project of wanting to do a weird thing with my Horus Heresy dudes where a console is tasked with keeping track of a bunch of turnip guys as like a rabble thing. Check this guy out. I got him ready. He's got I like to imagine this guy is forced to like watch over the turnip guys and he does not like it. He's got a whip. He's got his bolter. He's got a little... I printed up a couple more rootlings for his base. We got a fat bee on there. The people have given him gifts of turnips, which he does not like. And then he's got a little burlap sack, kind of like double cloth thing. And kind of mix-match Mark V plate. One guy. I don't know when I'm going to get to paint him, but I actually really like the way this turned out. I don't know if it'll be a next week thing. Like I said, I think the goal next week is to paint my sorcerer for Trench Crusade. I had to drill for this. I had to drill in order for it to put like a brass rod so this fucker would stand up. And also we got some cultists who I've beheaded because I want them to be headless and then bleeding. Oh, yay! Very happy the way that turned out. All right, I'm gonna move. Let's see. Let's go back to Max. Set you aside, my guy. Knocking shit over. All right, where's my sponge? There we go. So I don't use memory foam I don't use foam for my mini transportation anymore because I just use magnets and stuff. But I still have like a couple of bits. So, yay! Got spong, sponjo, sporng. What I want to do is I want to do a little bit of stuff like that. Try it out. I've painted a bunch. I have played 2 games. My shop is... I've been trying to get my local players to play it, and they were kind of until the Kickstarters start doing well, and they're like, oh shit, this is like actually a real war game. I could do... Hold on. From my... This is going to be gigantic. This is... Hold on. Transform, fit the screen. This is effectively... there's a couple of minis that are cut off, but this is a good selection of all my Trench Crusade minis. Also, Hatsune Miku from Turnip 28. And just kind of all together. This is what I was using yesterday to show off the rules and stuff. I basically got a fully painted Black Grail Warband, and then I could run my turnip stuff as Black Grail. I can run my turnip stuff as Trench Pilgrims. And then I have a smattering of other minis from various parts of the range. Brown? We'll do chocolate brown. Hey, chocolate brown. Yeah, exactly. It's, to be fair, I get it. I'm way more interested in like super hyper niche war games. Like my group overall does play a lot of hyper niche war games, which is, but I understand when you're like, I don't. Also, too, I like Trench Crusade. It was really hard when like they're like, Hal, I like this game, so how do I get models? I'm like, It's better now. It's definitely a lot easier to get models now, but I get it. I get it. I get like a good amount of like. I figure out like what would be a good amount to sponge on this. Because my plan is I want to sponge some brown where like some of the chipping would occur, and then sponge on some silver. But like, you can also see if, because, so it's been reinforced a little bit, but not a huge amount. At the end of the day, it is still absolutely a mushroom container. This is still absolutely a fucking mushroom container, which is really funny. I think I'm just going to look for the biggest concentrations of the grit. I'm just going to try to hit that up. The sponge. Yeah. Yeah, the official models do look cool. I'm probably still going to continue to heavily kit bash even with the official models. They've also mentioned on their Discord that some of the other... So right now, the Trench Pilgrims and the Heretic Legionnaires are multi-part, and then like the new Antioch ones and the Sultanate ones aren't. Apparently, they've been interested in trying to eventually make those multi-part kits as well, which I am very excited about. But yeah, there's like, I get it. I really enjoyed the kit bashing and stuff. A lot of people just want to have official minis. That's fair. Get a little bit on there. A lot on there. Yep, alright, so we got like a little bit, of grit. So I'm gonna do that 3 more times. I'm probably not gonna do the big one just yet, but I want to try to get the little one. The little one's pretty ready to go. Then I also got to get the rim. The rim I airbrushed. No, I didn't. This wasn't an airbrush. This was I just got a rattle can of like army olive green from Army Painter, and it's been doing pretty good. Out over there. Oh yeah, this corner. So all this corner is done with like pumice texture, whatever. Oh yeah, I've been getting really good with my metal recipes. A lot of it is just like scale. Oh, not scale 75. I use the metal like Vallejo metal color gunmetal gray. And I then use I use secret weapon, red rust. I think you could just replace this with like an AK rust or whatever rust color you like. I use that, and then AK's orange brown. Then I dry brush it with a silvery color. That's basically my metal recipe. Also, I do also mix like a grime or like enamel step somewhere in there. Usually the grime stuff hits around well. The grime step is a lot closer to... Oh yeah, I should also just... I think it's like I do the metal color, then the grime, and then the rust effects. That's generally how you do it. Yeah, you'll see if you're looking at my Instagram, I'm very much into... I make horrible, gross little critters. I am building some new Antioch dudes, because like I want to have at least a little bit for everything. But I definitely lean much into like, I like my nasty little dudes. They're kind of my favorite bit. That there. Where's the third one at? Oh. By my heater. Taha. There. I've been digging this like big sponge. I don't think this is definitely too big to use on like a mini scale, but for like what I'm doing right now it's working pretty legit. Like the vibes. Thank you. I've worked hard on my vibes. I'm teriyaki chicken dog. The most powerful dog. Oh, speaking of which, so apparently, there's that. So Westphalia is doing the Red Brigade, like a sort of like official second party Trench Crusade thingy. Not feeling the Lord from the cross one just yet. Wait, do you mean like this cross? Oh no, this one is very. He's done. Unless you mean this one yet. These are. I kind of like to imagine these are almost like emergency like little metal bunker things. I don't think they're like very World War I accurate, But hey, I made these on mushroom containers, so as long as they look there was effectively somebody at the shop who made these like little like radio towers out of like toilet plunger scrap and then this same color of paint, and I really like what they did, which has led to this to a certain degree. I keep moving the brown every single time. It's fucking me up. Like it's like I'm using the same brown. I don't need to put that super far away, but I keep doing on there. Eventually, I'm gonna be able to get some of the metal. The metal sponging is where it's really gonna make or break this. I hope the metal sponging goes well. I don't want to go too wild with this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, it's especially too for me. A lot of this is like convenience. But yeah, I think it's like the trenches were gonna look good, and like they got. I did look at some real trenches for these, which is why I got that like little corrugated metal and like the little wood stakes. I think there's like somewhere on, I don't know where it was. I found like an article where it's like this World War I trench was like mostly well preserved, and like the metals were rusted and shit. Otherwise, it was like looking pretty good. Yeah, we're doing sponge chipping, like a very lazy version of it. Now, while that's drying a little bit, I'm going to try sponging on some metal. You're doing the Vallejo metal colored dark aluminum. Hey, no, that's a mood. I mean, the patience thing is definitely like something you can do. Like the patience you can build up to. But I understand the mood of having, hey, I'm a VTuber that likes to do a lot of shit. So I get the idea of like, I have so many ideas for hobbies, but I do not got the time. That is real and true and valid. I have heard of the salt chipping. Where it's like you basically like prime it with salt and then you kind of scrape it off. I also know there's like chipping mediums you can do, where it's like you paint it brown, and then you do a layer of chipping medium with an airbrush, and then you paint like the top color. So like you'll do like brown, you'll do the chipping medium, you'll do like green, and then you'll wipe it a brush with water, and you'll kind of get the chipping stuff, and then eventually the chipping medium will dry. You don't have to worry about that anymore. They do, I believe they're still happy people, so it's like... The thing is, there is very much separate battlefronts. So like, they're like, Hell owns territory, and like, the Sultanate and the New Antioch own territory. And there's like... It is war, but it's like in the same way that there were people living their lives in World War I. A lot of it was bad, don't get me wrong, but like, you can just be a person in Trench Crusade. It's not like 40K where like every Imperial citizen is like grinding horribly. They're like, what are you? I'm a slave on some ship. I've never seen a planet. My entire familial bloodline worked on this ship. What doth life? Not quite that bad. Now, is there a chance that your city could fall and you get like captured by demons? Yeah, probably. But like, like where it's like that. Hey, there we go. We're getting some. Yeah, we're getting like a good amount of scrapage. Trying to be really light touch with this. My job is to write food reviews on Yelp. Oh, that's almost worse than being like somebody whose entire existence is to load and fire a cannon. Yeah, to be fair, some of the exact details on like what battlefronts are fine. I'm waiting for the official release so I could have like a better idea. I understand you can still, like, I think New Antioch still has, like, places. Could be a person. Oh. Light. Very light dry brush pokage is doing pretty good. Oh, yeah, I think it's, like, small stuff. Stuff is always in my mind, looks great. Oh, yeah, that's fair, that's fair. If you want to fuck around a little bit, like if you just want to paint minis and don't want to get like super duper deep into the weeds of like a war game, Etsy, you can actually buy some other people's 3D prints and those are relatively affordable. Like, I mean, getting paints and stuff will still be like, will cost you some. I can't say it's a cheap hobby. There are ways to make it work. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that living in Trench Crusade's hard, but I think you could live as a normal person reasonably well. Especially because like there do have to be like farmers and stuff to like feed the forces. Fanta. I kind of just assumed that all the heretic forces are just mostly eating like cannibal paste, but who knows? Fit around there. Hey, let's go. Oh, yeah. Knights of Avarice can run the Goetic Warlock. I'm sad that they get a model, but I've heard that the one that they used previously might have been used for a different project. Because a lot of Mike's stuff has been like, this is art I've done for years, so I actually wouldn't be surprised if that was like scooped up for like concept art or whatever. It's very fun to sponge this way, by the way. There we go. Cannibal base. Also true, yeah, fair point. Yeah, no, it sucks to be in 40k. Absolutely. Yep. Since I got balls of games. Yeah, you should. A lot of people like to paint when I'm painting, so hey, if you want some background stuff, that's how you doing, Till. Welcome. Yeah, pretty much. Well, it depends, like, but definitely, yeah. I actually think the Sultanate would be a pretty nice place to live, because you do have the safety of the Iron Wall, and like from what I understand, it's not too bad in there. They do fucked up shit in the Sultanate, but like literally they do fucked up shit everywhere else. So yeah. But yeah, the UK is getting raided. I think Africa has got quite a lot. Apparently, a lot of Africa is controlled by Mammon. So you got like the forces of like the Ethiopian branch in New Antioch fighting the Knights of Avarice. And poor Ethiopian dudes, the Knights of Avarice look baller as fuck. Like the Ethiopian version of New Antioch is pretty sweet. You get a lot of actually cool bonuses and stuff. But like, goddamn, dude, the Knights of Avarice look swag as fuck. I hope those fuckers can hold on. Also, happy Callsack. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. How you doing? I'm big sponging. Sometimes I'll play video games. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Ancient Runes and or play video games. Either one's a valid option. I think I'm going a bit thicker on the sponging for the metals on this. I think that's probably fine. For me, there are ways that this chipping method could be a lot more controlled. I'm very much just going for the like, does this look nice to play? And I think overall this is going to be pretty aight. Yeah, he wants the gold. I do like the Knights of Avarice a lot. I don't know if I'm going to go them or if I want to go Heretic Raiding Party for Naval Raiding Party for my Heretic Legion. We got a lot of people who are getting into the game, but I don't think we've ever tried like divvying out like sub-factions and stuff, which might be interesting. But yeah, I was about to say, the Westphalia guys who are doing like the Red Brigade stuff, they actually got unique rules. They can run they can run dogs without playing glory points. Like you can just buy dogs. You can even make them medic dogs where they can have little med kits on them. That if the dog with a med kit is nearby a unit, they can use the med kit, which is very, very fun. Yeah, they're probably doing it. Then probably Trench Pilgrims overall are not having a good... So it's weird. Trench Pilgrims are definitely not having a good time, but they're also so just absolutely fucking whacked out of their brains that they might be enjoying it. Like the guy who gets put on the wheel is probably not having a great time, but he might have asked for that, so maybe he wanted a bad time. What's up, Steve? Have yourself a good night and take it easy. Oh, yeah. The bling is really good, but also SMG for days is pretty baller. Both are good options. I can fix that with some of my olive. Maybe. Find out. I figured there are gonna be like little. They're probably. I'm sure later I'm gonna find like little flaw bits I totally missed out on. Okay, the Gring's a little different, but not the worst. Pilgrim, if you're not suffering for your own faith, exactly. You want to suffer. Suffering is redemption. Go. Sip 2. Ooh, best of luck with the bottle tech, yo. Best of luck with the battle tech. It really does. The funny thing is, a lot of my Trench Pilgrims are made of converted, or not even converted, basically just repurposed turnip models. How are you doing, Shadow? Welcome. How you doing? So I was like, I want to do some more Trench Crusade specific Trench Pilgrims, but all the stuff I want to do uses weapons that I just don't have good STLs for. But I also got a lot of models. I basically I don't know if I got the Sultanate one, which I'll probably go back and retroactively get later. The multi-part kits are really banging. And they're gonna have, in theory, like all the various anti-tank hammers and stuff I want. Because once again, the what's it called, the Procession of the Sacred Affliction or whatever, can equip anti-tank hammers on their dudes. Yeah, Night Hunter Teresa, thank you for the follow. I'm officially to the way. Also, if you like watching me paint minis, I do this a lot. This is kind of my thing as a VTuber. Anti-tank hammer. I mostly just need a really good automatic pistol. I need a good auto pistol. I could use regular pistols and just say they're auto. I do want some auto pistols. Like I said, I will be getting those, so it's more just waiting than anything else. Eventually those will manifest in my house, and then I will be able to do cool shit with them. Oh, I got a lot of them. I guess some of these places could just be like super hella chipped. Can I get that last little bit? I don't want to get more metal out. Wrap this up. No, get that last little bit. And all right, these are pretty good. All right, so these are, oh no, I still got to get the rims. Let's get the rims real quick. Put the sponge up. What is really? I don't know. No, there's a lot of this. I'm going to bust out. By good stuff, I mean the Deco Art dark chocolate bullshit craft paint. Hey, let's go. For that with my palette that I just lost. I said over here. Pops into it's true. Exactly. Like just like I was trying to look for this fucking palette and it... Yeah, we'll use some cheapo craft paint. I'll thin it a little bit. I don't see this being really super thinnable. Once again, so I've seen like we're at that point where people don't try to paint their Warhammer minis with craft paint as much, but it's still real brutal. Could mix a little bit of like black at. Yeah, this might help a little bit. Hey, there we go. All right, so I'm mixing. I'm not using my wet palette for this. I'm just got like a. Hey, there we go. Oh, all it takes is like one drop of black, and then this is ready to a couple drops of black, and this is ready to party. Yeah, there we go. Big old thickest chunkus. Hey, perfect. Fuck that little patch later. I might not. I don't think I'm gonna oil wash this, but like I do have some like craft washes for terrain that I made a long time ago. I have yes and no. So I started mini painting in 2011, but I took a pretty big break. I started with the war game War Machine, and eventually the scene where I was at kind of died, and then I moved, and then that place didn't really have a scene. So I took a pretty big break from like 2020. It's like 20. I forget if it was like 2012 or 2013 when I stopped playing War Machine. But then I got back into mini painting very late into 2019, which is very funny because that ended up working out pretty well when COVID hit, so I had something to do, and I became a VTuber so I could be more consistent with my mini painting. It's been pretty good. Been pretty good, and I've been doing VTubing for 4.5 years. Come April, it'll be 5 years. Fucking half decade of VTubing, which feels bananas. It feels bananas to say that, but it is 100% true. I will soon be, which makes me like a billion years in VTubing. I've been around for so long. I've seen stars rise and fall. I've seen people quit. I've seen people get themselves into a sticky situation. I've seen so much. I legitimately have, yeah. It really does. Yeah, how I might be old, big if true. It really does, though, because, yeah, I'm like, a lot of people, like, I mean, there are people who are, like, commission mini painters who paint way more consistently than I do. But Like there are like it does keep me like there's like keep me going. Like not that I wouldn't paint without this, but it is a motivator to be like, all right, this week I am guaranteed to be painting for at least 8.5 hours. I do at least 8.5 hours of painting every week, which this can be like relatively sharp. Hello, Thimboy Thigh Lover. How are you doing? How you doing? I'm painting a little bunker thing. How you doing? How you doing, you fucking nerd? Christ. This Hagbernot. I feel like other people. Have you not called me Hagbernot before? I feel like people have. I feel like that was relatively common at one point. Maybe that's died. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been. To be fair, some people have quit because of life circumstance or like company fuckery. I've been going, been doing the minis. It's going great. As a dude with long hair, it ends up in a lot of stuff. It's really aggravating. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I've the consistency has really helped. I still need to do the updated, like, these are all the minis I painted on stream picture, because it'll be a lot. It'll be a fucking lot. I swear I've heard Hagbernot before, so like it's definitely has been done. I just haven't heard it in a while, so I don't know why it stopped that yet. Put me on hold because our kid is having to go to eat loudly. Honestly, I get the urge to eat the mango, but that does sounds frustrating if you're trying to do something important. I hope that's like the most delicious mango though. I had a mango. That does sound pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. I could absolutely go for a mango right now. Aw, mango. I mean, it worked. They got the mango. I can't blame a kid for getting a mango after wanting a mango. If you ask for mango and you get mango, that's gonna reinforce your brain to request more mango. Self-fulfilling mango prophecy. There's like a little bit in here that I can't tell if this is like what's it called. That's like I think that's a bristle. I think that little bit's a bristle. The fun thing too is I do have a bunch of like what's it called? I've been 3D printing a shitload of sandbags. Like if I have some extra space on my printer, I'll just do a row of those sandbags. And it's really nice because that means eventually what I might do to like this lip is because I didn't think to cut off the bottom, like the rim of the mushroom container. I did that for some of the later ones, but the two of these did not get that. I can eventually just start loading that up with sandbags. That'll basically get me where I want to be. I feel like it happened. Somebody has done that to me at some point. That's definitely been real. Yeah, no, it's me. I feel like I could safely say I'm the most consistent. I feel like I could say that in confidence, but then again, VTubing is such a weird fractured community. I just discover VTubers out of the blue all the time. There might be some other dude that only streams mini painting on like Thursdays and Mondays. Thursdays, Mondays, and Friday. Oh yeah, Thursday, Monday, Friday. On Thursdays because we watch fun fantasy movies. Fun. Like I like saying fun for that. I think overall, despite the fact that I kind of joke about us washing trash, I think our ratio of bangers to garbage has been pretty high on bangers, especially of late. Especially of late, we've been watching a lot of bangers. Like I think the D&D Wrath of the Dragon God was the first boring we've gotten in a while. I have an entirely legitimate and not at all arbitrary rating scale between where like Lord of the Rings is at the top in its own category, like the Steve Jackson Lord of the Rings. Then I have Must Watch, which is pretty good. Red Panda VTuber. Oh, I believe. I feel like there's like a decent. I don't know how many red there are. How you doing, Chaocalypse? How you doing? I'm doing. Yeah, thank you. I am currently, like, I airbrushed the green on this, so I got a little bit onto the rim. So I'm currently using craft paints mixed with a little bit of black to try to fix that. And it looks like it's going pretty good. It looks like, I was worried that my craft paint was going to be too bright brown, but it turns out just like 3 drops of black pretty much got it there. I still got so many trenches to paint, but those I don't think I'm gonna paint on stream. Those are I have to airbrush. I have to spray paint those just because I glued on the rims. I glued on like the little metal bits you saw there onto those. And those still have like a little bit of white from where the paper. But I'll have to deal with that. Am I gonna run out of paint? Would I'm appropriate ruins? Yeah, let's go. Honestly, I have a couple. I would like to do some like more Jaime terrain. You should. Trenches. The easy recipe for me has just been foam, like pink insulation foam, sculpt a mold, and then I need a little bit. Pink insulation foam, sculpt a mold, and tile grout to make like the top, and then the sides are just like corrugated paper, Mod Podge to kind of seal it. And then doing some like metal dry brushes. Also like little bits of wood. Little bits of wood just to make little. Had to get a little bit more of this. Not the worst. This might be a little bit darker actually. It's fine. I think if it's like, if there's like a little bit of dirt here. Dirt. Yeah, no, there's like a fuckload of. Oh yeah, I need to get more coffee stir sticks, but yeah, there's a store I go to that like it's like a model train / Warhammer / Gunpla store, and they just have like big wooden sticks that you can get for like less than $1. You can just get like a long stick, which is what these are from, and you can just cut those up into its right size. I think coffee stir sticks are really good too. I just don't have it. Like I got a couple of those sticks a while ago, and I've not needed to upgrade. Probably eventually will though. There's like a little gap under this little bit, or like I'm going under the door frame. That's the one that I think eventually I'm going to put some like sandbags to fix my mistakes on these. Get a little bit inside there. I imagine like inside does not matter. Like inside is very much unfinished, but the idea is that a model will like go slightly in, and then that's really about it. Entry level player. Oh yeah, let's go. I used my resin printer quite a bit for that. I do have an FDM printer that I need to revive. Yeah, that's what this is. This is a little 3D printed little doohickey little hatch. There we go. Okay, let's do some wood decorating. Yay, let's go. Let's see how you doing, Magus. How you doing? I'm going to be primarily painting the Black Grail. Like that is my main faction. I have by way of turnip 28 models, I have enough of those that I could run as trench pilgrims. Like I got like a communicant, I got a leader, prophet, and then I just have a bunch of troops. I don't got like, I have a half-finished stigmatic nun and a couple of other bits of nonsense, but I don't quite have anything beyond that. I'm gonna use khaki. I think I'm gonna dry brush it on not safe. I'm gonna dry brush it onto the wood. I think that'll make this really pop out. Yeah, I debated making my own amalgam, but I'm getting one for the Kickstarter. How you doing, Tim? I did build these. Yeah, this is a foam, sculpt a mold, grout, wood, little bits of corrugated cardboard that has been hardened with Mod Podge, and I did a bunch of brown spray painting to do. Architectural models. Oh, that sounds like fun, but I can understand that being really stressful. I swear for this is fun. But yeah, I made all these to be... The goal is to bring them to my local shop, so we could do, like, we could have our own little, like, modular trenches and stuff. Which I think would be good. I also have more than these 4. I will be doing some stuff. Let's see how you doing, Helman. How you doing? I have not watched Arcane Season 2, so as a heads up, no spoilers. I don't know when I'll watch Season 2. I like Season 1 enough to forgive it for being based off of League of Legends, which was, I consider that pretty good. Yeah, there we go, okay. Yeah, the plan is to use this kind of khaki dry brush to kind of like wear out the wood, and also because this is actual wood, I do get little bits of wood grain, which is nice. I think I'm gonna go like super. Actually, if I just go fronts, yeah, I could be way more efficient. I could just get all the fronts and then get all the sides. How you doing, Quay? How you doing? Welcome. I'm big trenching today. Distract and start watching people. Oh, yeah. Then again, I imagine the overlap is pretty big between those two. Yeah. So yeah, Sculptor Mold's pretty good. I did genuinely enjoy using it. I have not tried the Geek Gaming Scenic stuff, which I've heard is similarly pretty good. Uh, the tricky thing is that Geek Gaming Scenics is like located in the guys from the UK, so I have to deal with like UK shipping. Meanwhile, though, Sculptor Mold you can just buy on Amazon. I'm sure his stuff might be pretty legit. Who knows? Oh, yeah, how you doing, Clay? But yeah, just talk about when it ends. I got you good. I don't know. I've heard mixed things about season 2, but I'll probably I know a friend of mine that's gonna be like, "Hal, watch Arcane with me." I'm just waiting for that. I'm just waiting for that. Otherwise, I'm like, I got my own things to do. I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it till. I'm being kind of thick with this dry brushing, to be honest, but I think that's fine. Somewhere between a dry brush and an overcoat, it's working. Oh god, oh yeah, Singapore shipping must be fucking brutal. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, I understand that there's a lot of hobby centered in the UK. I get it. I understand, but like, goddamn, this sometimes is it rough. I have to imagine Singapore gets it worse though. Like, as much as I bitch about US shipping, there are actually like, it's like a decent amount of mini manufacturers that work from here. I still like that the Villainy Inc. guys actually have like, can ship from the US. So I can actually get their enamels at like a reasonable time. Yeah, yeah, honestly, like if you use, this is like one of the benefits. I love 3D printing, but if you use the actual material, you can kind of get some of the benefits of this. It's like, okay, yeah, actual wood will get you actual wood grain, which is very, very nice. Also, it's cheap as shit, which is also a nice benefit. Let's go. How you doing, Geeky Ghost? How you doing? Welcome. I'm dry brushing wood, as one does. As one would like to do. One is wants to do. Good game club is just closed. Oh, that's a fucking bummer. Too thick. Oh, that'll dry it out. That'll mellow out. It's not the worst. Trying to get like the sides now. To play your buddy. Oh, that's a mood. I play at my local shop mostly, but we did kind of form a group. It's like we play like Turnip and Relic Blade, and we played a little bit of Gaslands. Gaslands was pretty fun, but we just didn't super duper play Gaslands for too long. Oh yeah, I could just flip this. This is gonna be awkward. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It does not need to be awkward. Hey, glad you can get to stream too. Thank you. Yeah, I'm basically wrapping up some terrain. I think will look pretty good. Trying to get like these like little bits. I also imagine there's gonna be like a little couple spots, not the worst. I'm willing for this to be fine. But yeah, I do have a group of people that like my magic group. One guy was like potentially interested. I think 2 are actually. I might be able to sell them on Wargaming yet. Especially because honestly, Trench Crusade's a really good begin. October war game because you don't need that many minis. Like you really don't. I think people ask about that a lot. Like you could get like your starting warband's gonna be like maybe like 6 to 10 dudes, depending on like how heavily you armor those guys up. All right, there we go. So this is my first brownie. Looks pretty legit. Set this to the side. Oh yeah, that's clean. That and then also let me his RPGs. Oh, I can see that. I actually am kind of really intrigued by that like RPG ecosystem that do what's it called? That do like there are some people that do a lot of cool terrain stuff for RPG. That's really need a bit more on there. Could bite it. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does legitimately look like a big brownie. I'm gonna have to get me some brownies at some point. I guess I'm not opposed to making brownies. I kind of just want like a pre-made one, just one that's just like a big brownie ready to go. But then again, it's never gonna be as good as making your own. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is also gonna hit some of the texture stuff I just kind of missed, but that's. Ooh, that bottom is kind of... To do commission. Oh, yeah, let's go, let's go. Yeah, it's neat because like especially if you get like with resin printers, there is a whole ecosystem. Like there's basically like two pretty thriving ecosystems on my mini factory. It's like people that do minis for like tabletop RPG. You'll get like a varied collection of goobers and then like a big monster, and then they'll like bundle an adventure with it, like extra make it worth your while. But then there's also like the wargaming side for sure. A little bit more brightness, and I can squeeze a little bit. There we go. Ta-da! Gingerbread ice cream sandwich. Oh, that sounds like it fucks. Do I have any chaos cultists with auto pistols? No, I actually don't really have any chaos cult. Achoo! Ah, no, sorry. We'll just go. I think the idea is I'm just going to alternate between thinking. I'm going to alternate between doing the brownies and then doing the big. How's are you doing, Rival? Welcome. I think leaning closer to this, like almost like borderline overbrushing to look the best. Stuff like that. Thank you. I'm getting such a wide variety of bless yous. I do appreciate that. Ever since like it began to get colder, I'm like hovering on that. Like, do you ever get that like internal dialogue of like, am I sick? I don't know if I'm sick. I feel like if I was sick, I've been sick before. I feel like I would know what it'd be like. Maybe I am. It's been a while, but I'm not. I'm kind of in that like little magical Goldilocks zone for a bit. I think I'm doing relatively aight though. Yeah. Who does every D&D monster? Ooh, oh, that's really impressive actually, especially doing it for free. That's like you could like someone doing that could easily monetize that. So you could definitely tell that's like a passion project, which is really sweet. And neck. I really don't have that many telltale signs, like other than like the kind of got a little bit of chippage going on there. Maybe I can fix that though. I still have a big old fucking chunk of craft paint, which I think I can save that with. Hey, there we go. So I did the thing where like when you use Sculptamold, generally you want to also it's all good, Chaoclips. Have yourself a good night. Take it easy, yo. Like when you use Sculptamold, you want to mix it with paint a little bit, so that way you get like if your color chips, you get a little bit of coverage. I tried to do like a black, but it kind of ended up like a light gray, so I don't think it was like that well covered. Not too bad overall. I think overall it could be a lot worse. Okay, we got that edge too, so now I can be getting the side bits. Could be nice. I still need to get some like good varnish for this, but I'm planning on immediately after I get these done tonight and I take my picture, I am absolutely going to be putting them in the travel bucket. That's gonna free up so much space. My workstation over the entire weekend. This weekend has been very much like terrain based. But like, man, I have been like getting all this space to hold all of them has been really tricky. All right, let me flip it, turn it. Death Guards or Thousand Suns. I am biased towards Death Guard, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. If you get or like how I invest the power for you to choose, I will choose Death Guard every single time. Also, again, Death Guard is not that much better than Thousand Suns for trim. I mean, it is absolutely better than Thousand Suns for trim, but like not that much. It's like getting slapped versus getting punched. Like, will it hurt? Yeah, it'll hurt less. There we go. We got all the woods. There we go. I'm starting to feel a little scrunkly, actually. Yep. luckily I should be... Achoo! Oh god, there we go. That's what happens if I can't do a cute sneeze. Thank you for the hydrate though. Achoo. How you doing, Kyo? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just sneebs. Yeah, to be fair though, your first minis are always going to be kind of rough. They're a learning experience for sure. It'll come with practice. Do not worry. Agents of the Imperium Army. Yeah, it's not, from what I understand, Agents of the Imperium, besides just like the retirement home of Death Watch, is very much like, yo, I'm gonna build an entire army out of kill team, which I'm glad it gives you an option to have something to do with them, especially because I think a lot of them are gonna get squatted as they're like, we're gonna do like yearly rotations of what kill teams are like supported, which is a weird move, but like. It's another one of those ones that I understand because games can't expand forever, and eventually you have to squat things or else everything implodes. But still, it still sucks because like that, especially that was not like. I think when people got into Kill Team, that was never an expectation. Like if they said that early, you could kind of like, this will be fine. Like you can kind of plan for that. I don't think they really gave anyone the chance to plan for it this time. God, hold on. I gotta hold on, especially because like the guild is making me do something tomorrow, so I can't take tomorrow. I gotta try to be healthy. Find out if this is because of the weather, if it's cold. I did get a bunch of those. I did get that funky medicine stuff in that, like Yan Jiam or whatever. I do not remember how to pronounce it or exactly its spelling. But I've heard that it is a fucking, like, nuclear, like, strike on, like, illness. It's like the squeezy little medicine tubes. I think normally that stuff is in, like, a jar. Like, you're supposed to, like, take a big spoonful of it, and then you'll just fucking explode. Oh, that's fair, yeah. I've never gonna play the Death Watch TRPG, but I did play Dark Heresy. I'm also gonna be able to play I think only War soonish. Hey, there we go. I can kinda just dry brush that in a way that metal goes away. Yippee! It's a bit jarring. Yeah, I think I mentioned this and you made that same joke. We are eventually gonna get to the point where I will remember puns. Hey. To be fair, there's only so much you can do to avoid pun recycling. Puns are a finite resource. All my brushes are due for like a isopropyl alcohol bath. I think especially the dry brushes have been getting it pretty strongly recently. Yeah, I think when I initially played Darktide, I did play Darktide I think during the beta and also like a little bit after launch, and it was fine. I've heard the game has really changed since then and is like really legit good. Just don't really got the time to fuck around with it. You're doing better than I am. Hey, that's also the funny thing is my memory is also garbage, so I very likely won't remember. Play figure. Oh yeah. The probably there is the Death Watch one, or. So I think you got two options. I think you got Death Watch if you want to do the old Fantasy Flight Games one, or what's it called? I think Wrath and Glory is the newer one, which is like not too bad. Like, I don't think it's a bad system, and I do like it does give you option like, hey, if you want to play Orcs, Wrath and Glory is probably the best way you're going to be able to do that without using a different RPG. But the Fantasy Flight Games ones were really good. They've just kind of cemented themselves in everyone's mind. I've also heard the Cubicle 9 one, like effectively they did their own version of Dark Heresy, and I've heard that's pretty solid. But yeah, honestly, if as usual, if she can like, I'd run it for her if she just gets the nerds or is down either way. That's how you doing, Gride? How you doing? Oh, you got a fucking Urban Mech plushie? Oh, that sounds rad as shit. Fuck yeah, let's go. How you doing? I am currently working on some trenches and apparently slowly getting more and more sneezy as the stream goes through. I don't think it's a chemical thing either. Like I'm just dry brushing paint, and that shouldn't activate it. Find out. Tacky, but yeah, hopefully you're doing pretty good. Yep. Yeah, I think those are the only ones where you can really play Space Marine. Oh god, that's the worst. Like, it's always so bad because, like, if they deliver it to your neighbor, like, it's nice that you can retrieve it, but it's still really, really awkward. You're like, hey, did you get a package recently? Yeah, that was, hey, can I have that back? Like, they'll say yes because I think saying no is a crime, but, like, it still feels weird to do so. Oh, you got a good neighbor then. That's a good neighbor technique to be like, yo, I got this box. I don't know if my neighbors have ever done that, but I don't think I've ever gotten anything delivered to my neighbor. I have once, but it was like an Uber Eats delivery, and they delivered it to a house across the street in the rain and just left it on the front porch. And I was like, you know, whenever you get the little message where it's like, hey, it has been delivered to this house. And you're like, oh, yippee. I immediately saw it wasn't my house. I was like, fuck. And I tried calling them back, and they're like, they would not answer. I was like, well, shit. So I was just in the rain, walking to my neighbor's porch. I'm just like, I need to grab this before it becomes soggy. The sad thing is it wasn't even, like, worth it. I don't know why. So, Burger King has become a real shit restaurant. But, like, at the time, I was like, I haven't had a Whopper in a while, and I'm feeling lazy today, and it's raining. I could do that once, and then I was punished for my hubris, apparently. How dare I request a singular beau-père? I mean, usually I think my FedEx drivers have been pretty good, but yeah, no, every now and then you get the one that's just like, I'm not gonna give it. And this will be the last of these that I'm gonna like. Oh yeah, I think let's talk about doing some grime stuff. I could work some of the grind into the reset. I'll think about it. This boy. Bottle got to an equipment. Ooh, okay, that does sound pretty legit. I actually did really like how flexible it was. The fact that you could use that for like an entire all-orc campaign, I was like, this is a nice feature. But I actually don't recall much about the system itself. So system-wise, it could be pretty rough. I think it was just like a D6 system, which nothing too wild. Yeah, because like the Rogue Trader, I did like that the Rogue Trader game was using basically a modified version of the Rogue Trader TRPG. I guess that's just like kind of typical with Alcat though. Where like, yo, we're making RPGs that are mostly like based off of role-playing game properties. That one in here. I'm sure they've probably done some game where it did not have, it was not like a tabletop or role-playing game in origin. But all the games I know them for are like that, Rogue Trader, Pathfinder. Maybe they've done some of it. On here, or before my craft paint pile dries. Actually, this craft paint isn't too bad. I did thin it out a lot. So I guess I could see, like, if I had to paint a mini with this, it wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be great, mind you, but I could do a lot worse. I'm curious how much this survive transport. I don't think it'll, like, break apart, but I actually would not be surprised if I get, like, a lot of, like, little holes and stuff. Maturity orcs. That would be nice. I would like that. I know why they don't do that, because, like, you know, Space Marines sell product. And like I know blood guts and teeth was a thing, but it's also like very much like, you know, it's a goofy side scroller. Nothing bad about that, considering that like I cannot imagine it had the highest budget. But it would be fun if like you could just like get like be like an orc commando doing a bunch of bullshit. I don't know, like not commando would be bad. I kept thinking, I forgot that commando was a very specific role and you're mostly pretty good. I don't know. I guess it'd be fun just to start like as a boy, like how like you know how like Space Marine 1 kind of had a bit of a fake out beginning, You do a beginning where you're just an orc boy. You're in the middle of a big wall. You're not doing anything special. You're just a chumpo. That's your tutorial. And then eventually you go and then like you survive that somehow. And then like you kind of progress your way to become a war boss. That'd be a fun game. It's unfortunately too base to ever be. Who knows? I also need to learn how to do Chapter Master one of these days. I've been aware of it since it was new on TG, and I have when it was active, I was not into 40K. I basically spent so many years of my life like I would passively obtain 40K knowledge, but I did not have the ability to play the game. Oh, how's it going, Pat? Welcome everybody. How you doing, Moriko? What were you up to, nerd? Hello everyone. If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. I don't even know if I can see what you've been doing. Let me give you whatever, I'll check it out later. Hopefully you had fun with games. Hello, Super Saiyan Sigma. Thank you for the follow. And welcome to the workshop. Oh god, I'm gonna get a lot. Hope you don't mind. I do appreciate y'all coming in and following. We're gonna get a lot of alerts on repeat, so I'm gonna. That mutes that. There we go. Oh, that's a YouTube site. Fuck, hold on. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, so today, actually, I am not doing Warhammer. I'm actually doing terrain. Oh shit, oh yeah, let's go. Let's go Monster Boy. Let's fucking do that. Yay, let's go. I'm actually working on terrain for a game called Trench Crusade, which is really, really cool. I can show you guys some of the Trench Crusade stuff in a quick sec. So I've been working on these little bits. Let's go. Also, oh shit, Llama Broski, thank you for gifting the subs. Thank you. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And Matthew, thank you for the gift subs as well. Hell yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I guess I did not properly introduce myself. If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. And yeah, let me show you what I'm working on today. So these are little terrain bits I've made. A couple of modular bits of trench. And I made these little bunker bits. Yeah, let's go. I made a bunch of little bunkers, which is really cool. These are going to be used for a game called Trench Crusade. Do I have my Trench Crusade? No, I put them up in my living room. Fuck. Nothing gets finished. Oh, I got this boy. I got the lad. I got this lad, this fucking like Brewster, like Australian criminal motherfucker. Yeah, I'm glad you like the chest mouth. Go. When you call a tree that grows a rug, it's a carpentry. Oh shit, we gotta show nanners? Alright, let's do that. Let's do that for Matthew. For everyone, if you would like to check this out. And not only am I a cool monster lad, I got a cute snake! Look at my fucking snake! She is Nanner. She's a very, very good snake. She's a ball python. Currently, she is post-shed, so she's been active. And she's been moving. She's very, very cute. She's very, very good. So I don't. Yeah, Matthew, you are. Wait, are you not in the right category? Oh no, you are. You're in the senior plus. So yes, everyone, look at my cute snake. Look, fucking look. Yes, Matthew, welcome to the senior plus rank of the official Nanners fan club. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, god damn it. There we go. This is fine. Yeah, I made a bunch of terrain. Oh, actually, I didn't consider that I could just stack them like this if you want like a little foxhole area. Those are the things I've done recently. If you see some of the minis on the side, these are all minis I've done. If you would like to see my completely finished mini collection, I do a lot of, I basically only do finished models on my Instagram. You can check out my shit there. I got my Dornian Heresy Blood Angel looking pretty. I'm very happy the way he turned out. Hold on. Not super, okay. He's not super. I thought he was glued down a bit more on his base, but that's fine. He's doing the big step. He's doing the big step. But yeah. Let's see. Usually I get off around this time, but I would hate to let all you people not get to see me paint. Oh yeah, let's just. There we go. Let's work on this. So I am going to be working on some more stuff. There's a faction I play in Trench Crusade, which if you would like to know about Trench Crusade, Imagine World War I with demons. That's probably the easiest way that I could like get you guys up to speed on that. I played the Black Grail mostly, which is a faction of just like the servants of Beelzebub. They're filled with disease, whatnot, as one does. So I'm currently wanting to build a Plague Knight. So I got this lady from Bestiarum. I cut her head off. So she's going to basically just be leaking like black. You guys know like those like little like mold spores where it's like you get the little circles and they're just covered in the black sludge. It's basically my plan for her. Yeah, they basically the Knights Templar released all the hell demons and everything's going great. So yeah, I want to get her ready to go. So yeah, this would be a nice little thing to work. Also, if anyone has any questions about any of the minis things I do, like if you want to know like what you need to do mini painting, what factions I play, stuff like that. How's you doing, Jeremy Tran? It is so you can use third-party minis. They don't give a shit, unlike Warhammer. Right now, nobody really has official minis just yet. These will be available for 3D prints. This is a third-party mini. It's a very cool setting. I can show you some of my lads real quick. Hold on. Go to max. I'm gonna go to max size because I think that's where it's at. There we go. Here's a collection of some of the minis I've done for it. Actually, let me find the picture of my team, my lads, my boys. Those are the ones that will give you the best idea of kind of like what I am running. Hey, there we go. Have to shrink this. Go, man. Form, fit the screen. Yeah, these are the ones I play at my shop. Not this weekend, but the previous weekend. This like I said, these are the Black Grail. They are horrible rot zombies, more or less. They're worshippers of Beelzebub. And yeah, I made all these. I kit bashed all these myself. I think the only ones that aren't really modified are if you look at the little bleedy guys in the bottom, the little insect guys. Those guys are pretty bone stock. But those just like slowly just overlapping shit. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah. I love this game and I love these minis. So I've been going pretty ham. The fucking hype chest. They gotta like open a. Look, is that okay? I keep forgetting that I have just accumulated a pile of random emotes from Twitch. I never remember them, like when I'm emoting at all. But hey, I guess they're free, so I guess I can't complain too much. But yeah, I'm basically going to be building a sub-faction of what my Black Grail, which is going to be based on sort of like funeral stuff. Effectively a funeral kind of procession of zombies and mourners. Like lots of ghosts kind of dealio. That's the general plan so far. How's you doing, Iron? Welcome. Terrain's going pretty good. Honestly, I got the terrain done. Normally I would begin wrapping up for tonight, but I got raided by Moriko and all her wonderful little gremlin nerds. So I want to show some minis. Hey, how you doing, TK? Dodging all my shit, exactly. Wondering how things would work if they officially support paper. I mean, it's one of those things that like they're never going to officially support paper pawns because Games Workshop wants you to buy the expensive Space Marine. As usual, though, if you just like ask your local group, if your local group's down for it, or like if you're playing with your bros, Games Workshop can't stop you if you're playing with your bros. That's really the big takeaway. And I know One Page Rules specifically does, which One Page Rules is like a kind of like fan rework of 40k stuff. Also, it's uses alternate activation, which I like a lot. Those they actually do official like little print and play standees for their stuff, which I think is a really yeah. Glad all you know it's game. Hell yeah. That little metal. Trying to find a good place to grip onto it. Right? Got like some like fabric paint. Yeah, this is a Bestiarum Shield Maiden, and the general plan is like I said, I want to rust her the fuck out, and then I want to kind of proceed to cover her in like I'm figuring a good way to do like a black slime. I got like a shitload of like 1mm foam balls, which are itty bitty. They're like I kind of underestimated just how small they were. They might even be smaller than a millimeter. They're basically like sand. But I'm going to try to like mix them into a goop with some other like acrylic gloss medium and some other nonsense. And I'm just going to kind of pour them onto her back, just make them just droop off and just kind of like effectively just become a slurry. Oh, she does got little like metal. Yeah, I need to get her a scenic base too as well. She does not have. I have an idea for what I want her base to be, but I do not have it built at the moment. This is like I have a 3D printer. A lot of the minis you've seen have been 3D printed. I do have some like official Warhams models, but that's not something I'm really super strict on because So usually my camera's a lot closer, so I'm painting where I usually paint, and I had to move the camera out so all the fucking like terrain could be. That is fucking with me a little bit. See, let's do. Oh yeah, we're gonna use one of my favorite colors, Abyssal Turquoise from Vallejo. I just like turquoise. I use turquoise for so many minis. It just looks nice. It's just like a nice blue. You know, I'm so glad that there's now a proper mini category, so I don't have to like paint. I don't have to paint a Space Marine every stream, or else the Games Workshop hit squad will come after me. I do still paint them every now and then. How many first sports are currently limited? Oh yeah, 100%. Let's see. Yeah, there's a. Yeah, because like otherwise, yeah, you could build a lot of. God, I still have a bunch of firstborn Marine parts just kicking it around in a bucket. One of these days, I might build them just for funs, just to have a bit of fun. Yeah, just gotta have the John Spaceman. Oh god, I forgot I did that. I forgot I did like lady holding on to a pit locust. I very rarely need to use the super zoom these days. I very rarely need to use this level of zoom because for the most part I don't gotta do that. How you doing, Meals? My trenches are 1 millimeter. And your Ultramarine says, "Fuck yeah, let's go." Doing that. Fire some more legs. Oh, you can 100%, yeah. So my trenches are about like 1 inch deep specifically, just because that's what I have. In theory, you could take this idea I have and stack those, or I know you can order like 2 inch thick deep insulation foam. I guess the tricky thing though is like the thicker the foam, the more expensive it is. I think it's just cheaper just to glue 2 pieces of foam together than to order 2 millimeter foam. The seams will never like perfectly line up though, so you might not get as much as you would like out of it. But overall, I think that'd be a good way to do that. Molds are pretty good. Nice. Yeah, I heard the delays are kind of rough, but hopefully, as long as you get your molds at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm very forgiving on Kickstarter stuff, especially because I've had enough Kickstarter stuff die over the years that I'm just like, yo, at least I got the thing. It's not the greatest if it takes a shitload of time, but at least it's here. I'm willing to play ball. Free foam in the walls in your neighbor's house. Yeah, you can just grab it directly from their walls. Who could be a pain? I can imagine, yeah. I just have a bunch of 1 inch terrain. The thing I actually do like to. I'll show you the. I actually think 1 inch is probably the best for trenches though. Just especially based on the size of the models you're gonna be playing with. Yeah, I was lucky that for the most part, most of my I've had a couple that just die though. But yeah, check it out. So like 1 inch terrain is pretty nice because like this is a typical Trench Crusade size mini. So the fact that I can put him here, he can look over the terrain is like he's definitely got cover. But he doesn't get entirely dwarfed by it, which I think is ideal. This is why I make them like little bricks so I can make them modular. I love modular bullshit. Actually, this guy's actually pretty close to being ready up. Alright, she's doing pretty good. I'm gonna let her dry a bit. I gotta get her too, so I'm gonna let her dry. This is the boy I did from what's it called? When did I do this lad? I painted this lad on Wednesday. How are you doing, the Grizz? It's good. I actually got all my terrain stuff done, so I am just going to do a little bit more. Unfortunately, I can't go like super late, so I'm try to squeeze a little bit more painting with the painting. While all these nice people are here. But I do try to clean my brushes, but I've definitely let them get a little dirtier than I'd like. Do you digest better through my chest? That's really all I can do with my chest. I can't really like sing or anything. I can hella eat with it though. I think all I really need to do for here. I'm gonna thin this out too. I need to make sure I don't do this like too bright. Just want to add like a little bit more brightness around these like. Yeah, he's definitely like, I definitely painted him and I did the street crime thing, which I think overall was a good idea. Doesn't make a lick of sense. Like, well, it's like, what do you mean? That makes total sense. And like, it's I every now and then my brain still can get caught off by your pun. I don't know how. I should be used to it conceptually, but I think my brain is just like no, I mean everything makes sense. Never fucking mind. Try to basically just hit the raised areas. I'm trying to add a little bit more, just like a little bit more bright. Too much though. I do let my guard down every now and then. It's because, especially towards the end of the night, where like my brain is not on like pun defense, I guess. On the other guy, I put a lot more snow directly on the body. I don't think I'm gonna like. I could put snow like on his head. But I think the other one I might have went a little overboard. I think I'm just gonna have him be relatively snow free, but the base will have. I think that's a fine compromise. Half. That's good. I haven't listened to Kef in a while. I've been what have I been listening? Basically just like the same handful of Vocaloid songs, I think. I would need to look up exactly what I've been doing. I'm definitely one of those people that like I get super into a song and I'm like, this is it. This is all I listen to for the next 3 weeks. Oh no, I'm still doing Nine Lana's fucking Let Me Battle, which fucks with my brain that I found out that song was the fucking Pokemon ED. I was like, man, this song is really, really good actually. She does like a really like fucked up messy voice for it. Like I wonder like what the lyrics are. Because like a lot of times I don't need the lyrical translation for a lot of songs I listen to, but sometimes I was like, it might be nice. And it's like, oh yeah, no, this is the Pokemon ED. All the lyrics are about like doing your best to fight with Pokemon. Like understandable in context, it makes a lot of sense. And never truly escape Pokemon, can I? He's doing a lot brighter. I think the pants are well, actually the sleeves I think I could brighten. I think his pants are in a good spot. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to be. I think the plan will be to play Trench Crusade this Sunday. Not on stream though. Not on stream. I mean, like my local play. There's probably some way to rig it. I have to figure out how to do that. I will. What do I want to wait for the schedule? I have an idea for next Saturday's stream. I might wait for the schedule to tell you guys about that. How you doing, Bassinian? How you doing? I did see them. I usually save my sprues for terrain, so I do have a shitload of sprues just kicking around for like stuff like that. But yeah, those seem pretty legit. I saw you post them. I have not actually looked at them yet though. But yeah, I'm doing good. Been working on the Trench Crusade stuff. Things. Do like get a little bit of extra mini painting tonight. It's got the I think he's basically that. Yeah, I got this. Got the lad. What does the lad need? I feel like he's like very close, but there's like something. He definitely needs the belt. I think the coat could use another layer. I think is probably what's fucking with me right now. Did a fun thing where I moved a lot of my browns. Find this in a different mini. How you doing, Grogu? I'm doing good, and I did some trenches. I did some trenches, which. Oh yeah, I could just do. Yeah, let's for some. Hey, here's a Saxon lad. Let's go. Wait for you. I got a bunch of Anglo. I guess they're Anglo-Danes, but they were called Anglo-Saxons on the Vicatrix page. Oh, hold on, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Show you guys kind of like well, like I like this. I like this. It's very weird looking to a certain degree, but like conceptually, I like the idea. Like a little command tower on top of the trenches. The comically large toothbrush. Fuck yeah, I do. Listen, if I didn't, Detriment would be really sad. So I gotta keep my teeth sparkly and white, or translucent, pearly, greenish. My chest teeth are not exactly like white, but they're close enough. They're close enough. But yeah, I get real my shiny teeth in me with them. Got to. Let's see, but yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up by getting some metal on this dude. Let's zoom in. Yeah, so yeah, I am very new to historical wargaming. I did find a really cool scene near me. Oh, Chip. Hello, Dreamlike Melody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Oh, God, I'm getting raid comboed. How are you nerds doing? Welcome. I can also turn the alert noise back on now. Now it's at reasonable levels. There we go. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Habernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety, and Trench Crusade and stuff. Also, hey Yowzu, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Hello, LR and Jesus. Hello, Dreamlike Melody yourself. What were you working? Oh, what special event were you doing? Also, hello, Avalon's. I don't know how to read things. But Alzer, there we go, dude. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. So yeah, here, let me zoom out and show you what I was working on earlier today. I've been making a bunch of trenches. Well, they were sort of made before stream. I was finishing doing like the little stuff, like for like the little metal bits, getting the wood, getting the kind of like rusty metal effects. These are made of mushroom containers, which is fun. Oh yeah, some of the Station Forge models are pretty legit. I have their Grimguard builder because I thought it might need it for Trench Crusade. Yeah, no, these are actually just weird brownies. Your dream. Oh, I can call you dream. Ooh, fuck yeah. Oh shit, yeah, you're my sister. Oh yeah. Hold on, I think I remember. I want to double check. Oh, I believe you're the one with the 4 eyes. I think I want to double. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I know you. I didn't. I'm bad with names, but I was like, this sounds familiar. Fuck yeah, all the. I've been seeing more and more Nazuna children. There was Meadow. Meadow was Oh yeah, you got the hand eyes too. I think I fucked up on that. I only got 2 eyes, but I got 2 mouths because all the Nazuna children must have more body parts than usual, as one does. But yeah, I'm glad your anniversary went well. Fuck yeah, let's go. Yeah, today has been. I do mini painting a lot, but today is just doing some mostly terrain stuff. But we've been getting a lot of. I feel bad whenever I'm like about to end and I get raided. I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going at least a little bit. Spicy food. You can close your eyes. I think maybe. There's probably some logistics to it. But yeah, I'm working on a little my little warrior dude for Saga, which is legitimately a really fun war game, which I really like. Even if you don't really care about historical wargaming, I think Saga is a lot of fun. Yeah, doing a 12. I can't do a 12-hour stream. I'll say how you doing, Prem. Welcome. Conceptually, I would like to. If despite all my rage, I'm still a mimic and a rage. I don't know. I try to do that a bit smoother. That did not work. But yeah, no. Alas, I have to wake up for work and stuff. Luckily, I did prepare for made my lunch and stuff in advance. I got a little bit more wiggle room tonight. Not too bad. Yeah, an attempt was made. I'll give it that. But yeah, I got like 8 of these guys, and they're not like the most wildly complex model, which is kind of nice actually, because a lot of the models I do are like hella detailed. Like there's this guy. Like yeah, I did this Dornian Heresy Blood Angel with some airbrush glow effects on the cloth, which I'm really happy with. I'm very happy with. Side though, I need to film him too. House Subathon. Oh god. I mean, I could do a marathon where I just paint my fucking Plague Marine. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, when was the last time I attempted a subathon? I think I did one 2022. I just never really know what to do for subathon. Like I feel weird where it's like I would want to do cool content all the time, but also subathons are good to like raise resources for like a new camera lens or whatever, some fun time stuff. So I think it's just my brain being weird more than anything. Oh yeah, fuck! I missed the chef's kiss earlier too. You guys see me without the apron? Chef's kiss. Molto bene. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like if I wanted to do one of those like punishment subathons, though, it would be just playing Tau Fire Warrior. Fuck Tau Fire Warrior. Really, I cannot stress enough that that game is just miserable. Like even as a guy that enjoys Warhammer stuff, the Tau Fire Warrior is just sad. It's just not fun. But like, I feel like that would be the best punishment game because I did finish it on stream. I think I was drinking and trying to play Fire Warrior, and I got to a part. Oh, also, it's a noise. Oh shit, noise. Sorry about the lack of noise. My bad. A lot of people coming in and out today. 40K fan fiction. Oh yeah, if we want to do that, I know on what's it called? I know AO3 somebody wrote a Thousand Suns Omegaverse fanfic, which is wild. How you doing, Spork? How you doing? Welcome. Hey, here, Tower. Yeah, we're talking about Fire Warrior. And that, like, the premise of that cracks me up where the Thousand Suns were like, we will spit in the face of the God Emperor through impreg. And it's like really, really silly. I have not read it. I've read the outline because I was curious if it existed. I think in the middle of the stream we were talking about it, and it's like, DK Omegaverse exists? Because that's usually like a modifier people add on to other fandoms. So I was like, well, people will add all kinds of shit to 40K. They don't give a fuck. Would somebody be wild enough to add it to that? And it turns out the answer is one very specific individual out there is willing to add it to that. Honestly, God bless him for that, you know? Why do you join? I don't know. I gave you a barrier. Wait, do you know? Wait. Do you know? Wait, Prim. Do you know the person who wrote that? You said her very specifically. What knowledge do you know? Don't know her personally, but you do know of her. Interesting. Oh, she does comics too? Jesus Christ. Wild. I did not know that. Small world, I guess. I guess small world. Metal. I'm kidding. Yeah, this guy's like, I have a bunch of these dudes, and this is like something I've been trying to, like, when I wrap up, where it's like, I got a little bit of extra time where I'm trying to extend it. So it's like, these guys just use a lot of metal in their like coats, and then from there I can kind of jazz them up. I've got like crazy long necks, which I know coming from me, haha, but still. Oh boy, okay, I'm sorry, Advance, Dream and Bat, for explaining Omegaverse to your viewers. You're welcome, I guess. So, the easiest way I could say this is, back in, I believe it originated from Supernatural. It's the idea of trying to implement impreg and, yeah, like, you guys know the idea that there's like alpha wolves and beta wolves and stuff like that. Where the premise effectively, they're going to know whether they want to know or not. It doesn't matter at this point. No, it's not Zoomer raid through. It was, listen, we can blame Zoomers on a lot of things. This is a millennial creation. The idea in the Omegaverse is this. Alphas are dudes that knock up other dudes. Betas are dudes that I think can get knocked up, but they're kind of more closest to like baseline dude. And Omegas are dudes that get impregged. Would you stop for a Scooby snack? Never. But Wolf's hunting packs arisen. But yeah, effectively, like it was Fujoshi trying to make like effectively like not canonized, but like a set of rules for like an impreg alt universe. And the thing is, like, so this started in Supernatural because everything bad does. I've not watched Supernatural. I'm sure it's a fine enough show, but like a lot of the weird shit comes from there. And the idea was like it's an add-on. Like you take Omegaverse and you staple it to other properties. So you're like, I want to see. Oh god, like what's another example? What's a thing? What's it called? Oh yeah, there we go. Let's do topical. Arcane. It's been a while since I watched it. There's like Victor and Jacer in there, right? So, you would take Omegaverse, you would slap it on a League of Legends, and you would be like, okay, Victor is like an Omega, and Jace is an Alpha. And then you're like, there you go. You set the Fujoshi foundation for your incredibly raunchy fic. Sometimes they got weird dongs, you know, as one does. It's very silly. It's a very, very silly thing. If you want more knowledge on Omegaverse, go to Dice Queen D. She knows a lot about it. No, that's mean. D is a very nice lady who actually genuinely knows a lot about tabletop RPGs. I do kind of feel like I'm throwing her under the bus when I'm just like checking out Omegaverse. She does know more about it, unironically though. She legitimately does. But yeah, technically you could apply Omegaverse stuff to like other sexes and genders. I don't think a lot of people do. I think it's primarily a Fujo like dude on dude thing. And then you get other nonsense. Oh god, something's going to happen. I get like the bottom of his little his grundle. I do just try to get this like. These guys are not my best mini painting, mostly just because I'm getting like very very rough base coats. I'll touch it later. Not the worst. Oh yeah. Oh, Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 14. I've been playing what's it called? The Lord of the Rings JRPG to Third Age. So Final Fantasy 10 has been on my mind recently. But yeah, no, like there's people that buy fucking 14 just to ERP as like Dragon Girls. It mostly seems like it's either cat girls or dragon girls. I used to see a lot of. I played a little bit, but I would see like a lot of people like super getting into glamours for the auras for like. I don't think necessarily for lewd reasons, but just to kind of look spicy. Oh, god damn it! See, this is the thing though. Fujo logic could work both ways. You could basically twist any character trait, to be whatever you want with that. You like it doesn't matter. It all means nothing. But where am I going? Break through technically Omegaverse, maybe? I don't know. My brain is shutting down. So let's go to the chat screen, everyone. Let's do that. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's wrap this bad. Yeah. There we go. Well, thank you for coming, everybody. Why am I off center? At some point I got scooted. There we go. I've been off center this entire stream. Egads. Thank you for coming, everybody. I had a lot of fun. This is last week's schedule, but it's going to be very close. Here's my schedule. More Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. I'm probably going to be painting on Wednesday. Maybe Trench Crusade? I don't know. Probably Trench Crusade. Thursday's movie night, we'll be watching Dungeons & Dragons, the Book of Vile Darkness, because we only watch good movies on my stream. On Saturday, the plan is I want to run Kingdom Death. I want to run Kingdom Death for viewers. I'm going to see how that goes. I'm going to bring back the multiple colors halberds, and we'll see if it works. I know other people have made it work. I'm going to give it a try. And we'll see how that do. And then on Sunday, I will be doing some more mini painting. Specifically, that I might do some Warhammer stuff. I might do a little bit of Warhammers on there. And let me see. Oh, okay. Everyone on the YouTube side, I think I'm just going to cut you loose tonight. Take it easy, YouTube people. And I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, YouTube people. Bye-bye. Yeah, Warhammer people. Listen, I do that because it makes finding me on this wild and wacky internet easier. But yeah, fair point. I guess I could say